tell she the new for grave where my youth day. Papa Emeka, don't blind from growing. Pikin don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today now dust we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know, babe.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, their death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. I see Mommy Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave where my youth day. Papa Emeka, don't blind from growing. Pikin don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today now dust we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know, babe.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, their death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, their death go burn you.
Oh, make we try yo.
Back up joints with the trembling. Oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
Which way we they go now? Leader the maddest people they fight guy. From BRG to USB, Wahala know the rest. Which way Biafra? Which way we they go now? Leader the maddest people they fight guy. From BRG to USB, Wahala know the rest. Big onu, oh. Please, please, oh. No be your Igbo divide us. Now we do amo. Big onu, oh. Form soldier, but we still the beat for them carry canoe go, we turn enemy. Simon open mouth, them start to judge his speech. Telegram full of war, no love at all. One side say autopilots, one say delete them all. But the blood where we shed, you know they flow backward. USB rise, but ego they break what? We get banner, we get flag, but every corner, now tribal drive. Big onu, oh. Which way now, which way oh? No be your Igbo divide us. Now we do amo. Talk true now. Big onu, oh. Biafra get a dream, but I hate it, they slow and go. Unity no get duplicate, no try fake am. You dey form freedom fighter, but you dey hate am. USB no be juju, now we go build am. Stop to cause, make we raise nation. Which way Biafra? Which way we they go now? Leader them maddest people they fight guy. From Bridgie to USB, Wahala know the rest. Big onu, oh. Which way now, which way oh? No be your Igbo divide us. Now we do amo. Talk true now. Big onu, oh. Big onu. Biafra get a dream, but I hate it, they slow and go. go. And we get a leader, them carry. We get a soldier, them jail. We get youths, them divide. Still we rise, USB worldwide. Which way Biafra? Which way we do go now? Bigger them honesty put the fight high. From Virgin G to USB, Wahala no the rest. Big on oh. Which way now, which way oh? No be Oibo divide us. Now we do our more. Talk true now. Big on oh. Big on oh. Biafra get a dream, but I hate it day slow and go.
This is my wicked word. This is my Confucian word. Listen to Palibran. I mean, telling you a story about one lady girl. Polly they go to work. Polly they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Driver they go. Opposite Udi. But the right hand the side. Along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen. Driver waiting they happen. Driver tell the Palibai. See no day for talk. See no day for talk. It better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. Driver waiting. Driver waiting. This is my wicked word. This is my Confucian word. Listen to Palibran. I will be telling you a story about one lady girl. Polly they go to work. Polly they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Driver they go. Opposite Udi. But the right hand the side. Along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run.
the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile, Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nye onye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile, onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto, anyị enweghị iche ọzọ ewezụga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onweghị onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị Igbo ji wee na-etu gị ebighị ebi. Ndị nsọ na-agba oche eze gị okirikiri, ha na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, ọbụladị ndị okenye oru abụọ na anọ bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo na ala, ha niile si na-ede nsọ Chineke na nke igwe. N'ụtụtụ a, ehihie, abalị, n'ụwa niile bụ ebe ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka nna nke ebere dị ngọzi, ka anyị na-akpọkọta ha eze ebube n'ime eluigwe wee na-arịọ gị ma mma gị na ebere gị, amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, ka igwe tinye ọgbaaghara n'etiti ndị iro, ka ha rabụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide anyị, onye nwe m na Chineke na dị nsọ, ka aka nsị ndị dị etu a wee baa ha ọnụ, ije obodo ekwensu bụ zuu wee laa ya n'iyi. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị, onye na-adịgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, biko ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ọsọ ọsọ nna nke ebere na ụmụ gị atakwala n'ahụhụ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe na anyị ezi echiche na amamihe, mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne, ịdị n'otu ọganiru, ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche, onye nwe m na Chineke nna, ka iwe tinye ụmụ gị ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu ma wezụga anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Ka ọ ga-abụ n'ikpeta maazị na Biafra ga-abịa, anyị ga-aja gị mma wee too gị, wee gọzie aha nsọ gị, isi ala nye gị, bulie aha nsọ gị elu site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi, ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. This very morning, all of you, I believe that those who are watching know who we are and why we do what we do. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwu Kikabia Mapurumi Henine, servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are live and we are direct this very morning, afternoon or night, depending on where you are. And we start this very day by making it abundantly clear that the greatest enemy of a black man is the way that we reason. If not that the way we reason is very, very abhorrent, there is no need or reason why we should be suffering and complaining every blessed day without the courage to do something about it. All cost. It is the land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to anybody. The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell them, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodinma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to be our brother. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West. Negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. That Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is. Always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it. And we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come. And this time with a wrath that you cannot even begin to imagine. And Biafra
we are pursuing is a part of pressure, relentless pressure to ensure that Biafra comes. How are we going to employ that pressure? There are only two ways to get your freedom in the history of the whole world. Freedom can be gotten only two ways. One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party. Yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the house or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go to the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight.
The United States separated from the United Kingdom by declaration. Today, they are the world power. In 1830, Belgium separated from Netherlands. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe, both of the countries. In 1965, Singapore separated from Malaysia. Today, they have transformed into global financial hub as a result of the separation. Why is it that when we call for separation, Nigeria and their criminals will be calling us terrorists? Don't fall for it. The past separation has led to the upsurge of economic development in the case of India and Pakistan, Norway, Denmark, Switzerland. Each of these separation has led to the upsurge of economic and development. In 2002, East Timor separated from Indonesia. In 1921, Ireland separated from the United Kingdom. Today, they are one of the powerful countries we have. In 1944, Iceland separated from Denmark, demonstrating that nations can part away without violence. Why do you kill Biafrans? Whenever we say we are fed up of Nigeria. In Nigeria, where you have dangerous diversity, in Nigeria, where you have the northern part of Nigeria practicing Islamic State, practicing Islamic Sharia law, and they have different culture, different laws, different rules, different everything. And with that kind of mentality and setup, we can never develop as a nation. That is the reason we call for the separate state, and of course for independent state for Biafra. Apart from the killings, genocide against our people, and jihad. In 1905, Norway and Sweden separated and goes their separate ways. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe because of the separation. In 1947, India and Pakistan separated. The list can go on and on and on.
Welcome. Thank you for joining me on today's program, wherever you are joining from. I welcome everyone that has connected to this program, wherever you are connected from. Thank you so much for joining. Please like and share the program on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share to those that are close to you. Do not keep the message to yourself alone. Make sure you invite somebody to join you on this very special program. Let us preach the gospel and send the message where it needs to be. I welcome every one of you once again, as many as have joined us this morning. And those who are still going to be connecting, I welcome everybody. Those who are watching us on TikTok, those watching on Facebook, and those who are with me in David Hubbard channel where I'm hosting the program. I welcome every one of you, and I appreciate you all for being part of the program today. Thank you so much for joining. Please, as you join, don't watch alone. Make sure you invite somebody to join you. Invite a friend, invite a family member, invite those who need to hear us to come. It is a very, very important and special broadcast. A very important broadcast because it's a special day for me. Today is my birthday. I'm celebrating my birthday, and I'm using the opportunity also to celebrate my nation, Biafra, and everyone that have been making commitments in one way or the other. I appreciate every one of you that have been supporting this channel from the beginning up to this moment. It's not been easy, but we keep on pushing it and going, no matter how difficult it is. I appreciate every single one of you, and I thank you for being part of the program. My fellow Biafrans, for the record purposes in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to attack people. We don't come here to attack region. We don't come here to attack any race. We do not come here to preach propaganda or blackmail against anyone. What we do in this platform is to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. We send information across there for those who need to hear us, and we'll give a platform for Biafrans to air their opinion. Every Biafran have the right to air their opinion. You are entitled to your opinion. You have the right to make your case. You have the right to speak the way you want. You are entitled to opinion. We're not here to gag you. All we are here to do is to make sure we send informations that need to be sent and make sure that those who need to hear us have to hear us. Wherever you are watching this program from, I appreciate you and I thank you for being part of the program. And I say, may Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every single one of you that has connected to the program. My fellow Biafrans, it is another special day, and we will continue to bring our plight before the whole world with every single opportunity that we have. We will never give up. And when something have reached the elastic limit, there is nothing else that will hold it than to break it up. Today, being a special day in my life, I'm using the opportunity to call the whole world to pay attention on the plight of the Biafran people. We have passed through many difficult roads. The quest for the nation of Biafra is not out of hatred. It is not out of wickedness. It is not out of pride. It is not out of greed. Biafra is born out of necessity. It has become very, very necessary that we push the best we can to get out of the zoo, because it is a mission to save life. You can continue to pretend for all I care. That doesn't change anything. For those of us who are Biafrans, we know what we are fighting for. We know what we are looking for, and we know why we are doing what we are doing. The Biafran people are not asking for their nation out of ignorance. A lot has happened. It is not because of marginalization. It is not because of leadership or whatever they can term it. No, it is to save life. That is why it has become very necessary that I use this day to call upon the world to, for a time like this, pay attention to the plight of the Biafrans. Not just the Biafran. If you care about human life in Nigeria, this is the time for you to pay attention and do what has to be done. If you don't, it is going to be hell for everybody. It is going to be hell for everybody. So that is why we must pay attention at this point in time. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, you must pay attention at this time. We, the Biafran people, have gone through a lot. And when we speak about our predicament, it is not something that is strange. It is something that is very, very clear to the whole world. Before now, there was one video we used to play, and so many of you have seen, where a British journalist was interviewing Ahmadu Bello. That was long, long time ago, before we were born, even before the independence. An interview was granted to Ahmadu Bello. You can imagine what prompted that very journalist to ask that question. Have you ever asked yourself, what really prompted that very journalist to ask that question to Ahmadu Bello? And he asked Ahmadu Bello, why are you so obsessed? Why are you people so obsessed about the Igbo people? Have you ever sat down and asked what made this man to ask this question? This is a journalist, a foreign journalist from the United Kingdom. A foreign journalist. It's not as if it is a Nigerian who has seen it all, who has been there in the front to see everything happen. A foreign journalist that came to Nigeria, and within the short period of time he was there and the things he has seen, he found it necessary to ask that question. Why are you so obsessed about the Biafrans? And even today, we are still asking the same question. I am still asking the same question. Why so much obsession about the Igbo Biafrans, mainly? The Biafrans in general, but mainly the Igbo Biafrans. Why this obsession? When Ahmadu Bello was asked that question, he had no answer to give. He had no answer. There was no answer provided whatsoever. He had no answer. The only answer he was given is that we are too industrious. That when you take us to a labor camp, instead of us being in that labor camp, we will emerge as a hero. That no matter how you try to oppress us and suppress us, that we will always emerge as the best. He complained about us occupying all the key positions in offices. This was when the British were in charge. Foreign companies were around. And of course, you know, the foreign companies cannot be like your Nigeria, where they are doing their quota system. Companies want the best hand to handle their affairs. And whatever position the Biafrans occupied then was something they acquired out of their hard work. The British needed the best. The companies around them needed the best. And the best people they could find were people from Biafra land, more especially the Igbos. It's not their making. And even before then, it has been in that way that in anything an Igbo man sets his eye on to do, he is going to do it to the best of his knowledge. He will always emerge as the best in it. He will give it all and provide the best in it. That is the only reason Nigeria is still obsessed about the Igbo people today. That question was asked to Ahmadu Bello. But I bet you that question is a question that should be standing before everyone Nigerian is today. Those that still stand as Nigerian, who are calling themselves Nigerians, Why are you so obsessed about the Biafrans? Why is it that each time you hear this name Biafra, you get uncomfortable? You can't even sit on your seat. Why is it that each time you hear this name Biafra, it will be as if somebody injected you? Why? It is so sad. But we cannot continue to live in complaint. We cannot continue to live in excuses. That is why the Biafran people have taken the bull by the horn. One is to defend ourselves. Two is to restore our own nation, a place where we can find security, dignity, and respect. That is why we have arrived where we are today. We have sung a love song in a strange land for a very long time. Many of us have celebrated many bad days outside our homeland. Many of us are growing old without having the opportunity to celebrate in a free land. How can we continue to sing a love song in a strange land? We have done it for too long. And that is why on this special day, I have chosen a topic to discuss, which says, Global Conspiracy Against Biafra. Why breaking Nigeria is the only path to save life. Global Conspiracy Against Biafra. Why breaking Nigeria is the only path to save life. That is the topic we are discussing today. And I pray and believe that at the end of this topic, those who are going to come across this video, those who are going to join us, those who are watching us on TikTok, on Facebook, and in other social media networks, they will be convinced that the time is right to break up the contraption called Nigeria. Breaking up Nigeria does not mean creating enmity between the tribes. Breaking up Nigeria does not mean that we will no longer cooperate with each other as those who are going to walk out from that entity called Nigeria. Breaking up Nigeria does not mean we cannot do business together, we cannot intermarry. Breaking up Nigeria means peace, respect, dignity for each other. And that is the only way forward for us to have a lasting peace and stop the slaughtering of human beings that is ongoing in Nigeria as we speak, sponsored by that name, Nigeria. As long as you continue to support Nigeria, you are giving over your land to the Fulani Janjaweed, and they will do everything humanly possible to take that land and make it theirs. Your wishful thinking cannot change the plan of the Janjaweed. Your wishful thinking cannot stop the massacre of the Janjaweed against your people. Your wishful thinking cannot make you stop being an endangered person in that zoological republic. All we are asking is that every human being in that territory deserves respect and dignity. The British handed over that very name, Nigeria, to the Fulanis. And Fulanis will not stop claiming ownership until you destroy that entity. The foundation of Nigeria was laid on falsehood. People were forced together against their will to create a time bomb that will kill every one of them. Nigeria was put together for the British, by the British, and for the British. It was not meant for anybody in Nigeria Nigeria was not created for any indigenous person. And they didn't only create it. After creating, they handed it over to another foreigner, the Fulanese. They handed it over to another foreigner, the Fulanese. And some of you will say Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was the first prime minister. A prime minister without first president, without any power. Without any power. He couldn't take any decision. He couldn't control anything. The power was in the hand of the Fulanese. A British man confessed that when independence came, that he was surprised that in the day of the handover, it was a gathering between the British and the Northern Fulanese. There was no Southerner who was there. The Southerners who were in the front line of the pursuit of freedom were not involved. The confession was made by a British man who was present during that time. That he himself was surprised that when it came to the handover ceremony, the day the flag was handed over, that it was handed over to the Northern Janjaweeds, the Fulanese. The Southerners were not represented, even though they were the ones in the front line of pursuit of independence, and they were the ones that were capable, very, very capable, to run the nation. But the British decided to hand it over to people who even said that they do not want the independence, because after all, they are not Nigerians. They are not Nigerians, so they prefer in a situation where foreigners take charge. Nigeria is built on falsehood. My fellow Biafrans, friends of justice, lovers of freedom across the world, today, we are here not just to talk, but to expose a truth the world wants to hide. The truth the world is sitting on. The truth the world doesn't want to come out. Biafra. There is a global conspiracy against the Biafra quest for freedom. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu spoke about this global conspiracy in their court, in the open, captured by the press, some of you would think it's one of those he's ranting, but it is a fact. There are many evidence to show to that. One of the evidence is the unlawful arrest of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku in Finland. It's been more than 8 months and still counting. Going to a year. And they are still holding him. For no just cause. Even after he has passed through their court, they are telling us that he's going to come on September for his case. And we're waiting September. That is by Monday. By the special grace of Chukwuka, by Monday, we expect to see our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa in court for the final judgment. What crime has Mazi Simon Ekpa committed? The only crime Mazi Simon Ekpa committed is that he was asking for the freedom of people. Not just asking for the freedom of people, he taught his people how to defend themselves. He activated self-defense and encouraged them not to fold their hands and allow somebody to tie their hands at the back and take their life. He encouraged them to defend themselves the best way they can. That is the crime he has committed. That is the crime he has committed. That the whole world kept silent. And Finland took him without even an evidence at the first place. He took him and held him for 6 good months before they presented a case to take him to their court. And we are waiting by Monday to hear what the outcome will be. Look at the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen who was kidnapped in Kenya with British passport. Up to this moment, the British government are silent about his case. Even when there were numerous evidence that he has won his case, he has passed through the law court, and courts have said, let this man go. The arbitrary committee of the United Nations have given Nigeria 6 months to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They did nothing, and they allowed the 6 months to elapse. After that 6 months, till date, there has not been any punishment for Nigeria. There has not been any sanction to Nigeria. Instead, they are still busy strengthening their bilateral relationship with Nigeria. What other global conspiracy can be more than that? What other global conspiracy do you need to see? And in a situation where injustice against the Biafrans does not amount to injustice, human rights abuse of the Biafrans does not amount to human rights abuse. Genocide against Biafrans does not amount to genocide. Not recorded anywhere. Up to this moment, the genocide against Biafrans in 1967 to 1970 is not recognized. Even while those that are termed to be genocide are much more less than what happened in Biafra land. The genocide in Biafra land involves millions of children, women, mothers, and yet not recognized. So when we speak about the global conspiracy, there are so many issues in the public showing that global conspiracy against us. Today, when you see what is happening and the reports that are coming on the atrocities against Christians in Nigeria, some of you think it's just about mentioning that very religion, Christianity. The people that are upholding Christianity in that Nigeria are the Biafran people. The Biafran people, more especially the Igbo Biafrans, they're almost 90% Christians. Even those who have said they are no longer Christians today because of one thing or the other, we are Christians before. Those who decided to follow traditional religion today, some of them were Christians. Even those who had decided to embrace Jewish religion, some of them were Christians before. So when we talk about Christians in Biafra land being up to 90-something%, it is not a made-up story. It's real. We don't want to call it 100% so that you don't say we will blow it out of proportion. And you come to Nigeria, there is no other region in Nigeria where you have Christians like you have in Biafra land. We have seen in several locations, each time something happens in the West that has to do with Christianity, the people that are always the targets in Nigeria are the Igbo Biafrans. They are always targeted. At every given opportunity, they are targeted. Their property destroyed, lives destroyed, and nobody comes to their aid. How else do you want me to explain global conspiracy than this? Our two leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, illegally detained, stripped of all his human rights, kidnapped, continue to be in solitary confinement for the past 5 years and still counting. Mazi Simon Ekpa came on, they took up the mantle and encouraged Biafrans, and they come after him. How else do you want to interpret global conspiracy? A conspiracy that strives on silence while our people are slaughtered. A conspiracy that feeds on Nigerian artificial unity, built on blood, oppression, and lies. What are they waiting for? What is the world waiting for before they react? I don't know. What are they waiting for? If you think that what we are saying is that we are over-exaggerating, you only have to do is to Google the news of Nigeria. Pay attention to what is happening there. Most of these world powers have first-hand information. Most of the global organizations have the information of what is going on. But how many of them is reporting the atrocities of Nigerian government in Biafran territory? As we speak, Biafra land is at war with Nigeria. As we speak, there is massacre going on in Okigwe, in Imo State, sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria with their politicians. Politicians, most of them who are also of Biafra extractions. Even while we are here speaking, it is still ongoing. Extrajudicial killing of young Biafrans, Igbo Biafrans, as young as from 15 years upwards. Once they see you, you are gone. You don't need to commit any crime for them to take you. For the fact that you are alive in Okigwe, 15 years upwards, men, they are all taken out. They take their life and they take the corpse and hid it. And nobody is talking. They have been able to capture all the representations we have. We no longer have representatives that speak for us. Nobody, not even one. Not even one representative that speaks for Biafra. Not even one anywhere. But are we going to run away because of that? We will not. Are we going to say we'll stop talking about Biafra because of that? We will not. We will continue to pursue the cause of Biafra until we get to our destination. But hear me clearly. We shall not be silenced. We shall not be silenced no matter what they do. The world may conspire, but truth cannot be buried forever. They can continue to conspire, but truth cannot be buried forever. The lives of millions of Biafrans are at stake. And the only path to justice, peace, and survival is this. Nigeria must break. If you care about human life, Nigeria must end. That is the only path for survival. Not just for the Biafrans, for anybody that cares about human life. Because every person working under that name, Nigeria, is an endangered person. You can continue to deny it. It's just a question of time. Just a question of time. You will see the result. Nigeria will happen to you. Go to Nigeria and ask questions. The survivors of yesterday, today, they are victims. The survivors of today, tomorrow, they will be victims. And the survivors of tomorrow, next tomorrow, they are going to be victims. It's just a question of time. It will get to everybody. If you want to wait for it to get to you before you act, good luck. I hope you'll be alive to tell the story. We will expose the lie of the Janjaweed and the conspiracy of the war against Biafrans. We will continue to expose it. We will call out their crime and we will demand freedom for Biafra at all times. Because without freedom, there is no life. Without justice, there can be no peace. Without justice, there can be no peace. You can continue to pretend. We, the Biafrans, do not want the peace of the graveyard. Those of you who are very good in pretending, that even when you see the truth, you cannot stand for it, you continue to pretend. A time is going to come when you will no longer pretend. A time is going to come when your pretense can no longer save you. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It is just a question of time. It will get to everyone. The earlier every one of you start doing what is right to save life in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, the better for everybody. Some of you think it is just about the Biafran. It is not just about the Biafran people. It is not just about us. It is about the world itself. The atrocities that is happening today in Nigeria is because of that name Nigeria. By the time you end that name Nigeria and every region be on their own, the trouble will die a natural death. You don't create country with people that do not have the same value system. Countries are created among people that have the same value system. This is a system that have worked across the world. It worked in the United States, it worked in Asia, it worked in Europe. Why wouldn't it work in Africa? Countries are created among people that have the same value. Whenever there is clash of value, you are only creating a time bomb that will explode and there will be no progress. There will be no progress. It will always be from one war to the other. You saw our Prime Minister mention countries that have been able to peacefully go their separate ways, and today they are doing wonderful well compared to when they were together. Today, most of those countries still intermarry. Most of those countries, people work, each citizen works in the other side. Take, for example, Singapore and Malaysia. There are some citizens of Malaysia that go to Singapore to work every day and they come back home. They have a common boundary. There are citizens of Singapore that work in Malaysia. They still intermarry. Up to this minute, they intermarry. They do a lot of things together while they engage in healthy competitions. Each government is trying to be the best for its own people. Each government is trying to be the envy of Asia. And that is what we are calling for. Why is it so difficult for us to get that? Why? Why do you think we cannot get the same thing? Why do you think we cannot get the same? Is it because we are from Africa? Because we are black? Is that why it's impossible? It is possible, and that is what we are asking for. It has been tried in Europe. Many European countries split into pieces. The same thing, people that split from Russia, many countries walked away from Russia. From the former USSR, many countries split out, and every single one of them today is doing very, very well. Every single one of them is doing very well. Including the Finland that took our prime minister. They broke out from Russia. Even with a brutal war with Russia, they broke away. But today, they took away a man who is fighting for the same thing they fought for that brought them to the level they are today. The same thing they fought for, the same road they passed. That is the road that our prime minister was trying to pass, and all they could do is to betray him, sell him for porridge, sell him for economic interest, and they want us to keep silent. They want us to pretend all is well. We will not. We will not pretend. We will not pretend that all is well. All is not well. And that is where you see the global conspiracy we are talking about. How can you believe that Finland, of all people, Finland that knows firsthand, they have firsthand information about what we went through in the hand of the Nigerians during the Civil War. Finland was in the forefront. In fact, Finland brought aid to Biafran children during the Civil War. Finland suspended most of their projects in order to support the Biafrans then. So Finland has first-hand information about the plight of the Biafran people. There are some of their citizens who were in Biafra land then to offer help and do some other jobs. But today, that same country is in the front line of making sure that we do not have the same freedom that they have. It is unbelievable that Finland today is in the front line to stop the actualization of Biafra. If not, what other reason do they have to take our Prime Minister Mazi Samanekwa away from us? Even when they know the risk it poses. Even though they know it is a very wrong thing to do. 1 minute. It is really, really, really bad. We cannot emphasize on what Finland has done against us, the Biafran people. And I'm not sure if we will be capable to forgive them. Because Finland are not acting out of ignorance. Finland knows what they are doing very, very well. They are not acting out of ignorance for us to say, oh, maybe they didn't know. Or maybe they were fed with wrong information. Finland has all the information they needed. They have all the information they needed. But yet, they stood against our freedom by taking away our Prime Minister Mazi Samanekwa. And you think such crime will be forgiven easily? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We will never forget. We will never forget this. Pharaoh, who does not recognize Joseph, came and things turned around. It is all about economic interests. They sold their conscience. Finland have boasted so much about human rights. Finland, that our Prime Minister himself have promoted so much in their level of human rights. Our Prime Minister trusted them so much to the extent that he said he's going to bring Finland to Biafra land. He said he's going to bring Finland to Biafra. That is how much he trusted them. But today, look at where we are. Look at where we are today. Can we still probably say that we embrace Finland in Biafra, regardless what happened? Removing Mazi Samanekwa from us have caused a great damage that cannot, irreparable damage. Only Chukwu Okike Abiama will save us from the damage that the absence of Mazi Samanekwa have caused. It has caused a great damage. Today we are losing ground because of his absence. Many lives have been lost because of the absence of Mazi Samanekwa. The genocide that is going on in our Kibo today will not happen if Mazi Samanekwa was to be around. It will never ever happen. If Mazi Samanekwa was to be around, the number of deaths we are counting today can never be like that. It can never be. People are going to die, definitely, but it can never be the way it is today. With all these informations around still, Finland was able to go ahead and continue to hold Mazi Samanekwa. We shall see. They said they are bringing him to court on Monday. On Monday, we are here. We are waiting and we are listening. We want to see what they want to offer. We want to see what they want to bring on board again. We don't want to see the word or the language they're going to use this time. As for me, I have lost trust in anybody. I have lost trust in people. I don't put my hope on anybody. I don't put my trust on any man, any government of the world. I don't, because I don't trust them. After this heavy blow, after this very betrayal of Finland, you expect me to trust any nation in this world? It's impossible. Not even the United States. I don't trust any one of them. Judging from what is happening today, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can still be in detention after 5 good years, still be in detention, and the world moves on as if nothing happened, what else won't happen? Thank you so much, my beloved brother S.O. Thank you. I appreciate you for that wonderful gift. May Chukwu Okike continue to bless you. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. You've been a very great support on this platform every blessed day. You are always here making your contributions and helping to pass information, dissect informations, engage in very constructive argument that people are going to learn with, and that is why we are here. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. May Chukwu Okike bless you abundantly and reward you back. So, my fellow Biafrans that are watching wherever you are watching from, wherever you are, do not give up. You see, one of the reasons you must not put your trust in anybody is this issue of global conspiracy. Don't ever underestimate that word, global conspiracy. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu stood in their court and spoke about that, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not a man that just speaks because he wants to draw attention, or he wants to glorify himself, or he just wants to be noticed. No. For every single statement he makes, all you need to do is to take that word, go and think about it, digest it within yourself. You begin to see that word come alive. Every single statement Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made, just give it some time. You see that word come alive. That is how powerful his words are. The global conspiracy continue to play out every blessed day. You can imagine, in a time like this, how can you ever imagine that somebody like Donald Trump, in his own tenure, will be reconsidering having anything to do with Nigeria and their system? Will you ever imagine that Donald Trump will begin to reconsider having anything to do with Nigeria? Or as I tell you, the policy of the West, just like my sister Ijoma said yesterday, that the problem of the black man is in the agenda of the West. That word she said has a very big meaning. You know, our Supreme Master Nnamdi Kanu said the problem of a black man is his brain. I agree 100%. And I also agree with what our sister said yesterday, that the problem of the black man is in the agenda of the West. The agenda of the West contributes to our problem. That is what is happening today. If not for the agenda of the West, Congo will not be the way it is today. Congo, we know what is happening in Congo. One of the richest countries in Africa with mineral resources. One of the richest African countries with mineral resources, but yet they have no peace. Why that insecurity is fostering there? The West are busy digging out resources, taking out their resources and running to their places. They don't care. When it comes to maintain peace, they don't care about it. Are you telling me that if the West want to give Congo peace, they cannot? If the West decide that enough is enough, that peace will return to Congo and they should manage themselves, you think they cannot do it? Of course they can, but it is not for their own benefit. It's not going to benefit them. It will not benefit them, so they can put hand in hand. The same thing with the Zoological Republic called Nigeria. You think when they get it right, the West will be happy? Of course, they will not profit from it. They are going to lose massively. That is why they continue to sponsor failure. If you come to be a leader and you are not a failure, they sponsor only greedy people. Those people, they know that they are greedy. Those people that have fraudulent background, greedy people, they know that are self-centered, that have unimaginable agenda that cannot be fulfilled. Those are the people they succeed, they follow. These are the people they sponsor because it benefits them. Burkina Faso was able to get to where they are today because Ibrahim Traore took the bull by the horn. He took the bull by, it's either you play by his own rule or you get out. And you see how he's making his decision. Whenever he talks with Russians, they sit on a level ground. His discussion and deals with Russia is on a level ground. His discussions is on a level ground with Russia. Some people, you know, when we talk about it, you see people shout, oh, go and meet Russia, go and meet Russia. It is not just about going to meet Russia. You have to take charge of your land. When you take charge of your land, then you can begin to go for support. And that was exactly the agenda of our Prime Minister, to make sure we have a certain control of our land. If we can be able to have is control of some, even if it's only the 5 southeastern states that we can control, if we begin to control it and manage our resources, have access to our resources, we can be able to bargain in our own terms, under our own term, and you see people come in and help to fight. That is how it works. But as long as Nigerian Zoological Republic are still milking our resources and playing with our resources, they continue to use it to bargain. And the West wants that fast track where they can, where the flowing of the resources will not stop. They don't want anything that will stop the flow. They prefer to deal with that area they know that the resources will continue to flow. And that is why you see them dancing around with Nigeria. If not, why would the United States ever consider having any armed deal with the terrorist government of Nigeria? Why? Even when their neighboring country, Canada, have made it clear through their own court, through their own Supreme Court, and said that the ruling parties in Nigeria are terrorist organizations. On what ground are you going to stand to begin to have a deal or discussion with Nigerian government when you claim that you don't have negotiation with terrorists? We see them sing it every day that they don't have no negotiation with terrorists. You don't negotiate with terrorists. Only when it does not favor you, but when it favors you, you negotiate with them. That is one thing we should understand. This world is about interests. Even the West that come and tell you about human rights, you see human rights abuse on daily basis. They won't do anything except it affects them. In fact, human rights abuse is not human rights abuse, except it has direct effects to the West. When it affects them, now you understand that they really mean it when they say human rights abuse. They mean what they are saying. It's not a joke. When they say human rights abuse, you know that they mean it. But when it doesn't affect their interests, it is not for their interests, they will turn a blind eye to it. The kind of human rights abuse that is happening in Nigeria, not just in Biafra land, in all parts of the Zoological Republic, recorded by Amnesty International and other organizations. And the ones we have written about with evidence, video evidence, picture evidence have been shown. No other country in the world will have such a record without a sanction. It will not happen. No other country in the world will have such abuse against a Western country and there will be no outrage. But when it comes to Nigeria, where every one of them see as their milking ground, they allow everything to play out. as long as it doesn't affect their stealing in Nigeria, as long as it doesn't affect them, they allow it to go on. More especially when it has to do with the Biafrans. They know us better than we know ourselves. They know us. When the British come to Nigeria, they know what they saw. When they came to that part of the world, they know what they saw. They gave report. The report of what they saw is still with them. They know the capability and the capacity of the Biafran people. They know. Even before the amalgamation and after the amalgamation, they know what we can do. And they know that once we are free, that they will lose grip on the stealings they are doing. The same way Mali, Burkina, and Niger survived from France. And since then, France has not known peace. Since then, France have experienced blackouts several times. That is the same thing that will happen to the British when Nigeria disintegrates. But we are giving them that opportunity. In one of the brokers I saw, our Prime Minister gave them the opportunity. Master Nanagrasu gave the opportunity. And said, we can equally give a good deal. We sit on the rank table. It will not be in your own terms. You can still have a good deal with us. But obviously, they do not want to pay for anything they get from Africa. They don't want to pay for it. They want it free. They want it free. That is why they never support anything that has to do with the disintegration of the Georgia Republic that serves their own purpose. That name alone, Nigeria, shows that they are still in charge. One of the funniest things is there was a program I was watching today before I came live. A program I was watching. And that program was hosted by some Biafrans in the United States. One of them is a veteran, a Biafran veteran, war veteran. And I was shocked with the line of thought they were bringing there. You see that some of us really don't want to be free. Some of us are bent on dying with this one Nigeria. In all their discussion, they acknowledge that Nigeria is not viable. There's a problem here. But when it comes to solution, they also agree that it is the Fulani Janjaweed that are in charge, destroying everywhere. They want to be in power by fire, by force. They are the one in charge of the insecurity. Every single terrorist group in Nigeria has their foot soldiers from the Fulanis. Fulanis are the ones provide food soldiers for Al-Qaeda. They provide food soldiers for ISIS. They are the one in charge of Mieti Allah. They are the one in charge of the killer herdsmen. Fourth most deadliest cult group. Boko Haram, they are the one there. Different styles and different kinds of terrorist group owned by the Fulanis. That is the only area you see them. But at the same time, these people were there advocating. Instead of advocating for the freedom of Biafran people or asking people to support the Biafra movement for Biafra to go their freedom. You know what they were asking for? I was shocked to hear the one that called himself a veteran was saying that the Fulanis are the problem. That what we have to do is to support the Hausas to fight the Fulanis. And when they support the Hausa to fight the Fulanis, defeated the Fulanis, then Nigeria can be better. Oh God. There is no kind of narrative I've not seen in this world. You see people running away from their responsibility, running away from what they are supposed to do. He was saying it with all seriousness, that everybody should join the Fulani, support the Hausas, who support the Hausas to fight the Fulanis. What if Hausas can defeat the Fulanis? Then the Fulanis will have no feet again because they are the ones causing the problem. Then every other group will come together and march. You see, mission impossible. You've not been able to remove yourself. You are preaching to go and fight for someone else. You never fought for yourself. After fighting, tomorrow again, you start a fresh fight altogether. And how do you think you can be able to join these people to fight their fight in the midst of people that have already used religion to tie both of them together? They have the same faith. In as much as we know that the Fulanis and the Hausas are not the same, they are not. Has never been. They are not. But for you to go in between them to say you want to support one and fight the other, no. For me, it doesn't make sense. The Hausas have to take charge of their battle and fight it because they know the Fulanis better than we do. They know the Fulanis better than we do. So if they stand up to them, they know who they are, they know how to get them. The same way they entered them, they will use the same way and take them out. If such battle should come, it is the Hausas that will fight their battle. The Biafrans fight their battle. The Ududua people fight their battle. Don't tell me I will have to go and fight for Hausa to make Hausa defeat the Fulani, and then you come back now and unite together. Tell me that bull crap. It is still merry-go-round. Still that same mistake you made before. The same mistake. It is still what we are pushing us to go and make that mistake again, and continue to suffer. How can somebody be preaching that? And this person is a veteran. He said he's a veteran. He fought for Civil War. He was a child soldier during the Civil War. And all he could pray for, this is the solution he's in. And when I knew that the man himself is just a one Nigerian and he's not genuine, when he was asked about what is happening, when he was confronted with the question of what is happening in Okigwe, instead of answering the question, he still began to talk about Nigeria and whatever Nigeria has done to him, provided for him. He began to run around, and even when the guy I'm going to cut out that video. Maybe tomorrow when I'm doing program tomorrow, I will cut out that very portion and bring it here so that we can be able to see that. For you to see why we are having the problems we are having. This our Republican nature is really, really taking us to a different dimension. That we can't just focus on one thing, fight for it, get it and get done with it. People will always come with diverse opinion to continue to create chaos and create obstacles. You see people creating different kinds of groups, different kinds of organizations. I don't know what they tend to do. Why don't all of us focus on this issue of restoration of Biafra? Why don't we focus on restoration of Biafra? Which will be a lasting solution. A lasting solution. You don't need to be walking and be looking left and right anymore. Once the zoo break up, the Ududua people will be in their own and enjoy their land. The Hausa will be in their own and enjoy their land. The Biafrans will be on their own and enjoy their land. The Fulani will look for where their land is and go there and enjoy it. People will be ready to protect their borders. The reason today Nigerian borders are open is because nobody is a Nigerian. Today, nobody is a Nigerian. Forget about the fact that you're holding passport. Anybody can get your passport. Anybody can get your passport. Nobody is a Nigerian. And when they want to bring everything, tell you that Nigeria is the most populated African country in the world. Madness, arrant nonsense. A cause that some people have decided to embrace. They embrace that cause as a gift. And when they come to talk about it, you think they know what they're saying. People that have no message, have nothing to offer. We must continue to speak out. Wherever you find yourself as a Biafran, use every single opportunity you have to expose the global conspiracy against us. It is so much. It is so much. I don't know where to start to talk about it. And we must not lose focus on that. a lot is happening and nobody's paying attention. Not because they are not aware, not because they didn't hear, but because they choose to be silent about it. As long as they are not directly affected, they don't care. The kind of atrocity that is happening in Nigeria today will not happen in any other part of the world without an uproar. The insecurity in Biafra land, that you and I know who the causes are. The federal government of Nigeria are sponsoring it through the governors. The federal government of Nigeria are sponsoring the insecurity in Biafra land through the governors. Every one of us were here when their chief of army staff came to national TV and said that they are fighting asymmetric warfare in Biafra land. Later on, he said they are fighting jungle warfare in Biafra land. My brother, does war has a different meaning for somebody in uniform than what it is? There is no other meaning for war for a military man. I don't know. Maybe there is. If there is another meaning for war for a military man, please, somebody should write on the comment section and tell me. If you have another meaning, when a military man tells you that he's going for war, you know what it means. For me, I know it is not. It's not just a wrestling. It's not a game or a play. War is war to a military man. The uniform man tell you, I'm going to war. We were all here when they announced it on their national TV. Announced that they are fighting asymmetric warfare in Biafra land. Later on, he said jungle warfare in Biafra land. And from then till now, no media house, no conventional media have gone to investigate how they are fighting this war. Not even one. No media house, no international media has gone to find out how this warfare is going on. Not even one. Every one of them pretend they are not seeing it. And when we talk about it, they say we are over-exaggerating. When you talk about it, they say it's hate speech. When you talk about it, they say it's false. There is one woman, a journalist in Biafra land, that is doing a very good work. That woman has been very, very vocal. That woman has been very, very vocal when it comes to the issue of Biafra. She has been speaking eloquently about the issue of Biafra, the insecurity and the other atrocities of the Janjaweed in Biafra land. That is the only single woman I have seen that is making points when it comes to the issue of Biafra and giving report. A woman that goes in the front line to get information, unlike the people that sit in their office and the government will write a script for them. Only that woman I have seen. Only that woman. I have not seen another person. And that woman has been doing a very, very great job, very important job. And I don't know how long we will continue to listen and wait until things get bad. I saw one of the videos that woman made recently about the atrocities that is happening and what is happening in what do they call it? The last operation that that report where family members, people were killed and they tagged it that it was a Biafra. The woman made a report and I saw that report, which I am going to bring up and we'll listen to it. Oh, thank you so much, my beloved sister Ojugo. Thank you for that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful gift. I appreciate you. May Chukwu Okikabiyama reward you abundantly for that very gift that you just sent. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I can see my beloved brother Christian. Thank you for joining, my brother Christian. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. Let me bring that very message. Let us hear the report of that woman. That woman made a very, very strong report. Very strong report. And I want us to pay attention to that very report. And let's see what she brought out. This is the only woman I have seen that have been bringing out a report of what is happening in Biafra land that makes sense, that you can see and understand that at least this is a journalist and she did a great job. In this recent video that I saw, I want us to pay attention to it Let us listen and see what she found out. Let's see what she found out. Let me find the video. Her recent report was amazing. The investigation she made about what is happening, and she also in the journey of looking into the one that is happening now in what do they call it? In Okigwe. She is going for the Okigwe case, but for the meantime, she is on this very one. Where did I keep that video? I'm going to try to find it. So, my fellow Biafrans, we must not look away. We must not look away. A lot of things are happening, and one of the major assignments that you and I have is to make sure they do not change the narrative. This thing is a global conspiracy. Globally, they conspired against us. Nigerian government is in the front line sponsoring it, making sure that they push that very agenda. But if we remain silent, they will succeed. The only way they cannot succeed is when we refuse to be silent and continue to speak as we do. Some of us, we don't know how far this our coming out together every day and in our opinion, you don't know how far the informations are going. Sometimes you think nobody is listening, but I bet you people are listening and they are paying attention. And we will continue to speak as long as we have life. With every little opportunity we have, we will continue to air our opinion and speak loud, because the conspiracy is really, really, really disturbing. It's really disturbing. So I will try as much as possible. Okay, I think I have found the video. Let's see if this is the video, so that we can be able to listen and hear the report this journalist brought. This is our beloved sister who is doing a very great job. In most of the report I have seen she brought, they have been very, very spot on. And
ekele m unu ọlọlọ Nneka Chimezie na-ekwu aka na-ewetara unu ọnọdụ Igbo. Ozi anyị ji bịa n'ụtụtụ a bụ nnyocha anyị nyochapụtara na ndị mmadụ agbagburu na side Arọ ndị Izọg na Ụmụala Ọma, to be precise, and other villages na amacha ha. Anyị gara aga cover ya dịka anyị si kwe nkwa na ihe ọbụla na-eme n'ala Igbo na anyị ga-ama ọkpa ebe ahụ ka anyị wetara unu eziokwu ka o si wee mee, maka na ihe anyị chọpụtara wụ ndị press anaghị eripọt ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo. Amadị m ma ọwụ plan ma ọ meeting na-emere mana ihe anyị chọpụtara wụ na ndị press anaghị eripọt ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo. Ihe a na-eripọt owu otu federal gọọmenti ji wee chọọ ka eripọtụ ya. Over time, dịka mgbe anyị gara na nke Ekobahaeze, anyị bịara hụ na police report, maka na dịka m na ndị nta akụkọ m bịa na-ewe iwe jụọ ndị nta akụkọ why na anyị anaghị ahụ report ndị nta akụkọ. Ha wee say that their hands are tied, that they can't just report anyhow. No ihe ndị police ha ga-eche police nyezie report ha wee nye. So, and police a na-agakwa ebe ihe mere wee na-enye report a, no ihe meghala. The report anyị na-enweta n'aka ndị police na-awụ no ndị IPOP na-eme ihe a. So, ọtụtụ ihe mere unu ga-ekwetekwe na ọtụtụ ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo ọwụ ndị otu anyị Igbo Women Assembly wụ ndị na-eme ka unu na-ahụ kpọmkwem ka o si mee. Dịka anyị si repọtụ nke Ekobahaeze, anyị na-eripọtụkwa nke Arọ ndị Izọg. Anyị gara Arọ ndị Izọg wee nyochapụta. Ụmụnne m, ihe m na-agwa unu mụ abụla ọlọ Nneka Chimezie na-agwa unu onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo, Igbo bụ Igbo. Onye ọbụla pụtara na social media ma ọwụ na news ma ọwụ police ma ọwụ amị ma ọwụ ndị gọvanọ, onye ọbụla pụtara na si gị na ọwa IPOP na-eme ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo na ECN, jide na onye ahụ, jidesie na ike, onye ahụ ma anya ndị na-eme ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo. Onye ọbụla ekwele m ihe a ọtụtụ oge na nyocha anyị na-enyocha ahụ na enwede ebe IPOP nọ na-eme netin IPOP na nke nne m nọkọta ụnụ ha ade ihe na newspaper. Ọ ya wụ IPOP na-eme
exist enwe ihe dịka IPOP na a na-alụ Biafran war na federal government of Nigeria. Onye bido this Biafran war na ala Igbo na-awụ former president Buhari. Now our current president Tinubu agala another level. Unu lee ebe Tinubu si, unu hụ ụdị uche na ụdị uche eto ha na-ese eme ihe. Now arọ ndị Izọgụ anyị gara, mgbe anyị na arọ ndị Izọgụ anyị gara meet eze ndị arọ ndị Izọgụ, eze ndị arọ bịa wụrụkwa chairman traditional rulers of Amamowo Imo State ka ọwụọ dịka nke ndị ide atọ. Anyị na anyị gbara ya ajụjụ ọnụ ya akọkwanara anyị ka o si wee ghọta dị na anyị kparịa n'ebe ndị ihe a megashiri. Ụmụnne m nke anyị na-aga ka anyị nwetacha ka ihe si wee mee, of which m ga-abịa na-akụọ ya unu n'otu n'otu ka anyị si wee gaa na ihe anyị nyopụtara. Igbo bụ Igbo, ajị m ohere a na-ayọ unu ebe na ebe ọbụla unu nọ ka unu lite mana ihe unu mere ala Igbo na Hausa abatago ọka. Ndewo.
Did you hear that report? You know, the woman is a journalist and she's very smart. In this very short clip, she gave a complete information on what is happening in Biafra land. In this very short clip. First of all, she said, anybody that comes to tell you that it is people who are talking about the issue of Biafra that are causing insecurity in Biafra land, hold that person. That very person knows what is happening. Hold the person responsible. That person knows what is happening. And secondly, she confirmed it that is war going on in Biafra land. Another second civil war is going on in Biafra land. You know, when we say it here, people say we are over-exaggerating. Oh, this one is that one. Even some of us Biafrans don't believe it. This woman is on ground. She has been on ground, going from places to places. She's a journalist, a Biafran journalist. She's a Biafran woman. You see the report she got. She went on ground to interview, to ask questions, and look at the report she came with. And she ended it with telling us that Hausa Batagwaka. That language, if you are born yesterday, you might not know the meaning of Hausa Batagwaka. Ask somebody near you. Ask somebody near you what to interpret it for you when you hear Hausa Batagwaka.
Happy birthday to you, my brother, Rajus.
Thank you, my beloved brother, Christian. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're welcome. Go ahead and speak to Biafrans, my brother.
Yes, many more long life and prosperity as we push for freedom. You know, this sister, I've seen her severally. She's another hardworking,
hardcore,
yeah.
Very hardworking. I wish we have at least 3 of her.
3, yeah, just 3. If we have 3 on the ground, she's bold.
On the ground, I can report the way she's reporting.
She's very bold, and they know the zoo system. They know that she's a very, very courageous woman who is not afraid. She speaks the truth, undiluted. She never tried to exaggerate or paint. He just tell it like it is. And sometimes it comes to the zoo mainstream media, and he just tell it like it is, you know. So so I've seen many times where she comes and they just call it exactly how it is. And yeah, so we just thank God for people like this who are on the ground, and they because everybody know what is happening. You know, the Nigerian government is waging a war, including a symmetric war. Of course, they call it, they themselves, they call it what it is, symmetric war. So they are using using the military, using the terrorists, using the compromise ones amongst us to fight this war. You know, so it's important that she's pointing it out. All this killing, kidnapping here and there is the government. They are the one, and the politicians, they are on the ground coordinating these things and pretending as if they don't know about it. But they are the brain. They are the champion of this whole thing going on. Yeah. You know, the one from Enugu State yesterday I saw. I think that was from the bar association conference or whatever, you know. So They called him out. That barrister, this lawyer. I'm trying to remember with the long beards. His name always escaped my mind. He's the one. Oh my goodness, we talked about him some time ago. So he clearly just came out yesterday and told her, look, that we have to. That he expect the governor of Enugu State and all the other people that they should push for the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu, So and the Enugu governor came up to in a pretext because he was put to shame, to say that that he's all of suddenly he wants to become a champion of human rights advocate, Yeah, that since he came in and the sit at home, that that the way it is now, the sit at home, the way it's going is not unlike when he came. That when he came, they were making it forceful or mandatory, but that now, as they believe.
To me?
No. Mba, what is his name? Okay, Governor Enugu Enuabo Sunday. Keep Rafa the governor.
I mean the lawyer activist said I spoke. Is it the referral to me?
Oh no, not the no. This one is the name just you the lawyer actually.
Okay.
You him on him the Queen Mafia yourself can no the thing now on him this now. No, not a lawyer. Oh gosh. He travels around the globe. He travels worldwide and anyway, so he was just he kind of he put Mba on the spot, the governor of Enugu State. So he now came out to say that when he took over, like 2 years ago, when he became governor, that the sit at home was being forced on people, but that now that people do it, those who do it willingly, and because he is a lawyer himself, who believes in freedom of whatever he wants to do, that there's no need to go after. So he was just lying. This is why I look at it. That was just pure lie, because we know when Sunday, where his name, I can't even.
It's Maxwell. Maxwell.
Even the governor, not the governor.
The lawyer, Maxwell.
Maxwell what? Yeah, complete Maxwell something. Is it?
Maxwell.
Yeah, I think Maxwell Okpara also. Yeah, exactly. Maxwell Okpara, yeah. Because he's an outspoken, part of the team of lawyers for Yendu. Yeah, so he put the governor on the spot. And the governor now came up, shamelessly saying that he is a believer in human rights. Therefore, he doesn't believe in forcing people. That if people choose to sit at home, is their prerogative, and if they choose to go out, that is all equally their prerogative. So he was just saying it, but to me, he was lying, because we know when he came, he threatened to take away the shops of people who don't. You know what I mean? So
he locked people's shop. He locked people's shop and seized people's shop when he came.
Exactly, but he failed because he failed
from their work. He threatened to sack people from work.
Exactly, we saw that. But yesterday, that maybe 2 days ago, he was just saying that he doesn't believe in infringement on people's human rights, blah blah blah. That therefore, anybody who people have right to choose to stay at home or not to stay at home. But that is because he tried and failed. Because over the years, all the effort he put in, everything he tried to do to destroy, to stop sit at home didn't work, and now he is lying about it. So this is the problem. But I think he was also talking about Nnamdi Kanu or something. I didn't quite, because at some point I was really being angry inside, so I did not finish the whole program, but. So we know that people like that, they are against Nnamdi Kanu. We know that. So I don't need anybody to tell me that.
It's obvious. If not, why must he be that Okpara Maxwell that will raise that topic? Why?
Exactly. Yeah.
Why must it be him?
Yeah.
In a place where we have even Igbo people have led that very NUJ. We have had strong men there. Why is it that Obara? Why is it that Obara Maswell, who is part of Martin Nanekanu team, will be the one to raise that topic?
Michael Zekome also spoke, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't follow the program to the end, so I don't know what his comments. He probably commented on it, but so I didn't follow it up. But I know we know these people. We know all of them. These are one Nigerianists, and they know that Nnamdi Kanu's position has remained unchanged. They know that. So I don't know what they hope to achieve, what they think they will gain out of keeping him there, because they will gain absolutely nothing. The man is committed to his agenda, to his goal, to the agenda of freeing his people. That one, nobody can take that away, and if God doesn't permit them to take his life, it's not going to happen. They've tried severally.
Definitely.
They've tried over more than maybe 12 years now or more. They've been trying. Even in Kenya, we know what happened. But except God permits them, it's not going to happen. So if they feel like keeping him there, we help their case. It's not going to, no way, it's not going to help nothing. So they're wasting their time. Onye ji fe nwata wele aka enu, exactly. So they go tired. They're not Nnamdi Kanu's kind. They've never seen it before. They've never seen anything like that. So that is the thing. But as for the topic, you talked about the international conspiracy. It's a known fact, and we also know who is the brain behind it is basically, without a shadow of doubt, the British. They champion it. They are the brain. They are the strategists, the masterminder. They work with their agents in the country, the Obasanjos, and the caliphate, because for them, the British, all that matters is keeping their business going. That their empire, that's their business center, just to keep it. That it doesn't matter how many millions of people lost their life in the process. They don't care whether there is development. They really don't give. They don't care whether there is light, whether there is good education, whether there is good health. They don't care. For them is that it just continue to stay in one piece, and they will be milking the country. That's a fact. There's no fabrication. That's just a pure fact. And but they are very, very, very savvy and tactical. So they are like much unlike the French, because the French, the French, everybody know what they do in the Francophones, right? Yeah. So, but the British, they are so smart in their own way. You will not even know that they are the one eating you up. If you are how can I put it now? You will think that they are for you, but they are not. I'm telling you the gospel truth. They are the one. If you check, more than maybe 90% of the problems around the globe, not just Nigeria, not just Africa, around the globe, if you trace the root of all it, they are behind it. I'm telling you. So it's their nature. That is how they roll. But they're very good in hiding their hand, that unseen hand, that hidden hand. You will not. You have to really, really be, very attentive and smart to know that this is where it's coming from. All this ravaging Russia, Ukraine, they are primarily number one. They are the one. The war in Nigeria too. They were the one too. Because they told Gowan what to do, what not to do. That led to the war. They, every agreement reached, they make sure they breach it. So that is the thing. But we just have to. We are up against a very, very wicked, opposition. But we won't stop. We won't give up, because in time, everything will. They will meet their end, my brother. Thank you so much, Brother Chus, for the good effort, and Sister Ojugo, thank you for coming on the program. I think I can see Bro Greg now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Bro Greg, take the mic. Let's hear from you, my brother Greg. Bro Greg, are you there?
Yeah, Mazi. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mazi Christ.
Good afternoon, brother.
Yeah, Mazi Chus. Congratulations. And happy birthday.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes, we pray that God Almighty will strengthen you, strengthen your family,
See?
and answer all your prayers for your family and for yourself and for Biafra.
See?
Yes. Thank you so much. We pray for our brother Maz Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, and Maz Simon Ekpan. As I heard he's coming on Monday to the court, we pray that Almighty God will lead him and heaven will speak for him, because that is where we put our hope. Our hope is in the hand of God. For everything concerning freedom, for the freedom of Maz Nnamdi Kanu, for the freedom of Biafra, because any man that trusts in a human flesh is doomed. We don't trust any man except God. So let all our hope be on God, not on anybody to help us for freedom. It's not possible, because all those who will help you, they have their own interests. They don't care what we are going through. What they care is what they want to get. So we trust them into the hand of God, and we trust our freedom into the hand of God. He is the pillar for everything concerning Biafra. His will be done now and forever. Amen.
Amen.
So, Mazi, I've been listening everything, and I think I will start from the one of the so-called Mba and the many of them. You know, when they come into power, they will first try to assure their paymaster, the Fulanis, that that thing that made them to come to power and the agreement to destroy Igbo and Biafra, they want to show them, have a proof to them that they are against anything Biafra, against anything Igbo, against Nnamdi Kanu, against anybody that speak for in favor of Maz Nnamdi Kanu. Now Maz Simon Ekpa, they want to show the Fulanis what they can do to stop Biafra and to stop those who are talking about Biafra. There is no other thing that made this man to be saying that when he came into power, people were forcing sit at home. Nobody was forced to sit at home. He was the person forcing people not to sit at home. That if they go and sit at home, he will destroy he will lock up their shops, he will kill this, he could do that and do that. And the police in Enugu State, who headed by Fulanis as the commissioner of police, as a done, started using that opportunity to massacre people in Enugu. And it had come clear to that foolish man, Mba, that as long as Enugu State and Igbo land is concerned, the Fulanis are destroying the land. No, people don't need to tell him. All his efforts, what effort did the army and police made to stop the killings in Amohaf, or what they call that place? Nothing. And he is the governor. What did he do? Nothing. If it were not Simon and the military, by now I don't know how if there would be anybody in Amohaf in that community and some part of Enugu State. He knows it and he understands it. But you know, our people are very useless people. People who honor other people and destroy their own. That is the problem of the Igbo people. Coming from where you started this morning, from the problem of what the thing they called Nigeria, that made Zeke fool till today. If Dr. Nanda Zikiwe is not a fool, education does not mean that somebody cannot be a fool. Or knowing how to speak long English or being an orator does not make somebody not to be a Guruche. When this man made that comment, after there was something you said, that before this Fulani man said that for them to give job to an Igbo man, they will better hire a British man or another part of Nigeria under a contract. But for an Igbo man to have a job in Nigeria, the way the entered an agreement as a country, one nation. So something must push that journalist to ask that kind of question. There's something that was happening then, more than 60 years now.
Of course, a foreigner to ask that kind of question. He saw something.
For a foreigner to ask that kind of question. And the so-called Eflefu, did not pick anything from that. Even when they wanted to say, remove their name from the Nigeria, he still went ahead. I think the Nigeria get independent in 1960, and after 3 years, did not want to go out. It was the same foolish man who went to the north to tell them not to go. And this man making this type of statement, and the so-called the criminal Zik did not find any fault from that language. He did not find any fault. He did not ask himself question. After 3 years, we have joined ourselves, and all these things are happening. Why can't I look after my people? Because he don't have the love of his people in the first place. His interest is to have that big name. Big name have been destroying the Igbo people. If I am in any power, or if I have a closer person, if Biafra come, the first thing I would advise him is those kind of foolish honor that they normally give to Igbo people must stop. I'm telling you. Because otherwise, I don't see what makes it. After listening to that statement, the people you call one country say you that they cannot give you a job. In Nigeria, a job, as long as you come from Igbo origin, they cannot give you a job, except instead they will go and give it to another Nigerian or a foreigner, and that will be under contract. But for an Igbo people to come to their place and work is not possible. And you force yourself into one Nigeria. And that is when I think about the so-called this Igbo foolish man that died during the military. They say this Sadona, this man of Kaduna Nzogu. I don't pity the fool. Yes, because he was more north as what do you call him? Bangida confirmed that is more northern than the Igbo that they called him. And that is what have been going on. As long as he promised foolish Igbo man what he will profit, he will sell the rest and he don't care.
My brother Greg, there is a program I was watching today. I just talked about it. I will cut that program. Tomorrow I will play it. You will see that some of these people that fought this very Biafra, who we are living in the north, like that Kaduna Nzogu. I just remember because of this Kaduna Nzogu we are talking about now. You will see the kind of suggestion that idiot is making on how to make peace.
Yeah.
What I will play it, you will see the mentality of these people that grow in the north.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So that is a problem we have been having. And the thing, that same problem is still going on today. From Obi to all the Igbo politicians, as long as you promise them what they will profit, they will look into how much will come into the account, how famous they will be dancing the same dance that Zik danced, and millions of people are dying today. So when you look at all the whole distance, it's very painful. It's a very painful condition. You see? So what can we do is then to continue doing what we are doing. We will not look back. Look at today, you're supposed to be on your destiny with your family and have fun, but you're on here to celebrate your birthday. And somebody will not know that that is a sacrifice. What kind of sacrifice do the people want? I don't know. So I encourage the Biafrans to continue doing what they're doing. Let their effort never go in vain. Biafra is 100%. We can no more be Nigeria. Just as Simon ever said, Nigeria, we cannot be. Never. And will never be again. Thank you, my brother. Let me give chance to other people to continue.
Thank you so much, my brother. Nigeria, we will never be anymore. Master Simon ever said that word in a clear terms. If you don't understand it, pay attention so that you can understand it very well. For those of you who are still attaching themselves to their so-called one Nigeria, you don't know what you are doing to yourself. You do not know what you are doing for at this point in time. Anybody from the old southeastern region, and you are still regarding yourself as a Nigerian, the only thing I have to tell you is sorry, because you don't know what you are doing to yourself. You don't know, and I'm not sure you will ever know.
Remember these 3 words: Nigerians, we are no more. Southeasterners and Southerners, we cannot become. And Biafrans, we must be.
That is it. Biafra we must be, and Biafra we are. Nothing is going to change it. Whether you like it or you don't like it, the earlier you begin to like it, the better for you. My beloved sister Ojugo, take the mic and speak to us if you're free.
Yes, I am free, but I wake up too early.
Can't hear you. I know you are. It's a very odd time for you.
Yes, and I woke up early, and then I said, I remember it was your birthday too, so I just came in.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you,
and may God continue to bless you and bless you and bless you and your family, and grant to you more healthy and wonderful years.
You say.
You will continue to grow more and more with God's wisdom.
See?
To make a good decision in every moment of your life.
You see?
You are blessed. Our Biafrans, the prayers over you will come to fulfillment.
You see?
Thank you, my brothers in the house. In fact, my brother Greg just changed my line of thought. In fact, he reminded me that history, it now made me kind of upset how we found ourselves in this horrible situation. Just man-made situation. Not
real man-made situation.
Man-made situation. Because of name. And if there is any time in Biafra that will vote that all this stupid name calling, I don't know what to call it, should stop, I will vote positive to stop those horrible names, because they will answer. You see somebody answer many names or I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know. Yes. If Ubrafo na before you know it, I say no collapse or no dana. Uka ha na-egbu nwa nkịta ọkwa inu ndị be anyị ụka ha na-egbu nwa nkịta.
Yes.
You see that name? And if you watch it, I think it's only our people that hear that name. Ama also nwere ama ma Yoruba nwere I don't know. because I don't understand their language, so I don't know if they have something like that. You know. And they buy. The thing they maybe now, maybe go a lot of stuff.
Too much.
Or maybe go. And another thing I notice is that our people like to please strangers more or visitors more than themselves and their brothers and sisters. That thing, they know Barandi Igbo. The way we work, which is good though, which is good that we welcome strangers and visitors, but it shouldn't be more than your blood. Blood, we say, is thicker than water.
Yes.
I'm telling you. Here is your generation. You see where Zeke put us. We're the generation. You see why when you're telling people, make sure you live a good life, be sincere to avoid curse on your generation. Here we are fighting the curse that Nnamdi Azikiwe brought to us. Just to please visitors and strangers. I don't know. Here we are. Here we are. We were counted out from the beginning when they would have taken a U-turn. No, they will not. After him, which Igbo man has become a president after him? Kuro, somebody made a such strong statement. Kuro, Gena Doga, one Nigeria. Afa, nwaanyị ṅụchara mmanya nyere gị, ịsịkwa na ị gara school. A na-adọ gị na-adọ ya. Like saying na enwere something that they know that the foundation is just for profit oriented of the British. The same hand, all the Ifulifus we have now that call themselves governors and senators and House of Rep. Ifulifus everywhere. Who is calling Mba that we don't know who Enugu State Governor is when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu, when it comes to Simon Ekpa, when it comes to our freedom? Anybody calling these governors to fight for Nnamdi Kanu, that person has a big question mark, because all Biafrans, we know their stand and we know they cannot do anything. If they have opportunity to nail Nnamdi Kanu, they will do that to get him out of the way. So anybody calling them, you have a question mark, because you know their stand. Why involving them? This is just so sad, that we got to fight this fight. But we will fight it. Families may break course. Even with some families here in US, they will come out and say, I am the first graduate of my family generation. The first graduate. The person is, I want to break that course. And that is what we are doing. That cause that those Iflefus brought upon us, that's what we are here to break, and we will break it. We will break it. Our leader Nnamdi Kanu has suffered enough that we will not let it go. We will not. And now Finland has started with Simon Ekpa. They're making us even more stronger and more wicked. To decisively deal with them. They're making us even more stubborn by holding these people. And for the video that you brought out, that woman, yes, I do come across her video. Even there was a time, one of her videos where she was calling somewhere in Isi Ekenesi. Because I came from Idato. But it used to be Idato until they divided it to Idato South and Idato North.
Yeah.
And that Isi Ekenesi belongs to Idato South. It's under Idato South. But I'm Idato North. And I know the place very, very well. It's a deserted place right now. Because people there, but I think it's from them to start with. You see, when a community is not civilized, or I don't know. That's why I'm praying for this Biafra to come today, tomorrow, to clean up the way people reason and the way people behave.
A lot of cleanup will have to be done. Even this one we are doing.
Oh my God! The main program. A serious cleanup need to be done, because that is what is affecting that area. That is sickness. All the children there, go find them. You know where to go find them? Lagos. Whether they live they prefer to live under the bridge, whether they are eating, whether they are not eating, when you ask them, Lagos. Because of the way what happens in their community with the young ones. So that's why I say we need a lot of cleanup. And that is why it looks like, I don't know, there was a time I heard, okay, I think from the woman, the Fulanis are occupying that community. The youth are all out in the city. So that's the problem. We need cleanup. And I love this woman. There was something she said. She said, some people might not like it though, but let me tell you, let's call a fact a fact. Let's call it truth. When somebody is saying, something truthful, it might be hard, but it's right. Me, I might not agree for me, but is the person, did she say something truthful? Yes. Most of us live in abroad. Our kids grow up in abroad. And then we have this beautiful mansion in the village, in the town, where rat and rabbits are living inside it. And then the wife in abroad will not want to go home. And the man will prevent the man from marrying another woman, keeping the person in that house. Let me tell you, it's the right thing to do, or take your children home. In my place, I have my senior one. It is C mansion. The two brothers built mansion. I'm telling you. Where is their case? In America. This one married a woman from Ireland. This one married a woman from another republic of I don't know where. You know, who is gonna live in that mansion? Mansion is locked up.
And the funny thing is that even when the children grow, they will not like to use that house.
To do what?
It will be outdated. They won't even if they go home, they won't use that house.
They want to build their own. They want to build their own because this one is a doctor. This one is a doctor. Where are they working? Here in US. Now they married the foreigners. So how do you ever ask how many times these children come to live in this your mansion? It's only the husband and wife that used to come, like 2-3 times in a year. Okay. If you pass, because they're in their 60s and late 70s, if they pass away now, who lives in that mansion, for crying out loud? But the woman will not allow the man to marry a woman and keep in their house because they have resources to raise a family there. You see the problem? The woman said it and said, we don't have those numbers. And now, these wicked people are wiping our young men, wiping away our young men. Young men.
Generation. That is what is going on in Okigwe now. Wiping out of a generation completely.
Let me tell you, the politicians are doing this. They are wiping out all the young men purposely. And when they finish in Okigwe, we think it's going to end in Okigwe now. Now they have achieved Okigwe and wiping out all the young men in Okigwe. They will go, the only ones who will survive those that have run away. And then they will go to another community. What Okigwe will do is to desert Okigwe. And then they will be happy. And then they go to another community. Then that community will run away. And we are here. We are here. You will still see Biafrans. But my brother, let's check these Biafrans for con. Majority of them, even these politicians, are still ones that are born in the north. Most of them are born in the north. What is happening in Okigwe? Do you know why it's in Okigwe? Because Okigwe have a large number of the Fulanis, whoever that is selling nama in that Okigwe. And they have kids. Yes. When you are going from like that express road, there is a big place on that express road where they sell suya. If you're going to Enugu, that express road that leads to Enugu, they sell suya around that place by these Fulanis. Where are their children? Their children speak Igbo clearly and they speak their language. And they are the ones committing this nuisance. Go do DNA. They speak Igbo and they speak their language. That is why Okigwe is experiencing this thing happening. Yes. And that is why it is affecting Arundizok, because after how many minutes mile from that Okigwe to Arundizok? So that is just the biggest problem that we have. This blood from the north, they are under our nose and they are wiping us gradually. And because they know all nook and corners, you will think that they are indigenous. Now, they are foreigners. I'm just telling you. And I think a lot of them got into the, I don't know how they recruited the BLAs, because a lot of our people have kids with all those people selling suya. And because if you want to buy nama, I came from that, because Arundizok is under that or not. But Okigwe is not. but they have boundary. So if you want to buy nama, like we, before, if we're having a ceremony and you want to buy nama, you go to Okigwe. You go to Okigwe. That's why, like live nama, you go to Okigwe. So we do go to either Okigwe to buy the live one, or we go to Oga because we have boundary with Anambra Oga. You know, so that is the why Okigwe is this hot. There is something that is not right in what is going on there. But this woman always come out to speak the truth all the time. Our men need to look into it. Like I said, you know, those, like when she said that, I started having a thought on that on my head. And that is why I've made the point that, like, every 2 years, my side had to go home. And me, I've already packed my things. As soon as this band will secure our land, I'll be the first to leave the United States. I will retire from my job and leave. I'll be getting my pension. Because we need to go home. I want to go to my papa house. That's the place they sweet to me past anything. So, but like Simon said, they are making us stronger and stronger and stronger. We are Biafrans and we will continue to be Biafrans. Already, Nigeria as a country recognized that we are not part of them. But those so-called Ifuli continue to force themselves into a place that they are rejected. Yet, echi ha ga-ebu ụzọ pụta tụọ inu aha ha ga-ebu ụzọ na-ada inyo. My brother, you should go and celebrate your happy birthday, I beg. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you so much for that wonderful contribution. You have said it. That woman is giving a very important information. Just like you said, so many of us might not like her line of thought, but that's why sometimes I say when somebody says a thing, just go back and digest it and you'll see reasons why people say what they say and why they do what they do. The only thing that can equally help us for those who will not buy into her idea is for us, every one of us, to support the cause of Biafra. When we have a nation that embraces us, a nation where we can be able to aspire to about things to any level we want, we don't have any reason to travel. How many Japanese people do you see traveling abroad to go and hustle, to go and look for anything? A Japanese man, you see him outside, he's going there on visitation. Once he goes, even from the airport, if you treat him wrongly, he will take the next available flight and he's going back home. But in our own case, you will see people jumping, even in the airport, you see people jumping from upstairs to try to escape inside the airport when they know it's impossible. You will hear our people jumping out of 5-story building, 6-story building, 12-story building to run away from immigration. They didn't commit any crime, only immigration offense. Highest immigration can do is to send you back to your country. But you see our people, they will take a risk, jump from a house, a building, from 5-story building just to escape. Because we don't have a home. The only thing that will make a man to take such a risk that will put his own life in danger is because that person doesn't. I saw one in the airport, in Korokoro Airport, from the second floor, the guy jumped. And I wonder where he's running to. From the second floor, he jumped. He fell down and broke his leg. Still, the police came there, carried him, and of course, they will give you some first aid and still they take you back home. Why are people taking those risks? Because we don't have any home. We don't have no place to go. This report our sister is talking about, I saw the report that woman made. She went by herself. This is the only journalist we have in Biafra land. I have never seen another one. Maybe there is, but I have never seen. This is the only woman I see that is presenting pure journalism. In that video I saw, she was going to villages. She said she went for burial. She came back and she mentioned the number of families they have in that village and how many people that are at home. Even the person they went to bury, That is the only person alive taking care of the other compound where people have left their house, where cockroach and rat are living. And everyone of them living abroad. And all of them came back to bury that very person. And after burial, now all of them will go back. Nobody to take care of the homes. Nobody will take, the place will now be empty, deserted. And Fulanis will run rampage, do anything, they will stay in your backyard and do whatever they want to do. The only way we can stop this, wherever you are it is so sad when I see people even living abroad. They don't even, when we talk about this issue of Biafra, they don't even talk about it. They don't think, some of them don't even, some of them, you go to their platform, they don't post anything. They are busy. They are busy jesting in their own platform. They play with it, they do anything. Why we are losing our land? The only people that can try to do anything possible to remain where they are, even to put their own life on the line, is people from that zoological republic, mainly our own Biafrans, because we don't have a home. I say, even other countries of the world, once they enter your country, an American enter your country, arrive in the airport, you treat him wrongly, the next available flight is going back. A German enter your country, even a South African, some of them, they don't even South Africa. Today, even Ghanaians are going back home. Ghana now have become another London that people are flying to from Nigeria. That is how bad it is. Somebody from Angola, where do you see them? Angolan people. If an Angolan man enter your place, you treat him wrongly, he will take the next available flight and go back home. Why must he be? Why will you be insulting him and abusing? But what of us? Our people will take a life-threatening risk just to remain where they are. I have seen videos of people jumping from 3-story building, 4-story building, 5-story building. Some will jump and die. And you will ask, why did this man jump? He is running for immigration. He didn't commit any crime. No crime, just immigration. The highest in immigration we do is that you don't have papers. They will send them back to country. But you see people taking life-threatening risk to still remain where they are, simply because they have no home to go to. As in all such one mother, why be? All such work outside, you buy begging, or chugging a beggar, be couldn't, but in our own case, you want to be Yaboga self, let alone we couldn't be Yaboga. And that is why we take the highest risk of anything you can think of abroad. You see why we must do everything humanly possible to see that Biafra becomes a reality. We must not look back. We must continue to fight this battle, no matter what it takes. You're welcome, my beloved sister Ijoma. Go ahead, and Sister Ijoma, take the mic and speak to us. Sister Ijoma.
Thank you, Mazi Chooks. God bless you. I'm driving, but I will talk a little. Thank you. Good morning, Biafrans. We are here again today, saying and speaking what dearly is dear to our heart, our life, our future generations. Like our sister rightly says, you build the mansion, you are elsewhere, still hustling. No time to enjoy your life. No time to enjoy what you have worked for. No time to see your children and your grandchildren together. The Bible says our children will go, they will come from the east and the west, south and north with presents to meet us in our homes. Where is our home? You, the Igbo Biafrans, you, the Biafrans abroad, living your mansion, building the mansion down there, putting key. Where is your home? Where is your home? Where did you spend your life that you have come? Any man that has gotten to 50 years, the life remaining is nothing. The Bible says God will help us to enjoy our life in our youthful age. That's the only way we can enjoy. When your bone is still strong, but that you have wasted in another man's land, hustling. I wonder if our people are really seeing. You see these people, we are in their homes, they gather with their family, fiesta, their parties, street parties, you see them with their families. These are the life we have, they copied from us. But where are we? You are there in abroad, you and your 2-3 children, maximum 5 children, you are okay. No cousin, your children don't know their cousins, he doesn't know their relatives. Once in a while you come, maybe nobody. It's when people go Christmas, all everybody. The first of it to see.
Oh, we lost our sister. I think she's driving. Maybe she's gone in a place where there will be no network and we lost her voice. That is what you get when somebody is moving. Maybe when you get under the flyover and some other things, you will not be able to hear her anymore. We've lost her voice and we will continue while she reconnects. Again, when she reconnects, we can give her back the mic to continue to make her point. Before she connects, I will want us to go through this very question. I will want us to go through this question before she connects. Let's try to look at this question and let's use one minute to look through it in our program today. And let's start with our beloved brother Christian. I know my brother is still there. So the question says, why do you think global powers continue to support Nigeria despite the killing in Biafra land?
Massachusetts.
Bro, are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me, huh?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. You said that why the global community continue to look away, huh? Or should I?
Nigeria, despite the killings in Biafra land, up to the extent of even thinking of arms deal, supplying them, doing whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something that is very baffling, because they also know, first of all, that Nigeria is a terrorist country, a terrorist entity that murders and slaughter our own people. They know that. And they also know that the makeup of the country is one of the most, if not the most dangerous experimentation when it comes to nation creation ever. And that has brought so much death and destruction and retrogression, and all over the world, Nigerians scatters everywhere because they are running away, because there's virtually no future for the youths. And over a century, over 100 years of the creation or existence, nothing is happening. Rather, it's just backward. You go to Ghana, you go to any of these countries, they are doing well. They are marching ahead. It may not be as fast or as developed as like Western world or whatever, but they are moving on. You were just saying how people are going back. Ghanaians are going back, and some people who are not even Ghanaians are going there because they are doing well.
Exactly.
When we who are online, we see what happens, what experience, what people are doing and talking about. Nobody is enthusiastic about Nigeria. Why? Because of so many things. The insecurity, the hopelessness, no infrastructure, nothing is working. As we speak, till this day, you don't have constant electricity supply in the country. What are you gonna do in a situation like that? It's just when you look around, everything about Nigeria is just despair, all along, everywhere. Now, I also believe, that is my opinion. Other people will have their own opinion. I think that that is not to say that it won't happen. It will happen, but I've said this severally, that it's more like a camel going through the eyes of a needle, because that creation, these people coming together to forcefully create that country called Nigeria. My goodness me. It's no joke. I'm telling you, it's no joke. The power and influence of the British on the world stage You can't even, it's immeasurable. Immeasurable. How powerful. I've said this several, they are not called Great Britain for nothing. And if you look keenly, you see the level of their influence. Even in America, they have so much influence over America, you know. And so obviously, is that, well, not all, but maybe more than 0.5% of why the world is looking away or still supporting or selling of arms and stuff like that. Because, okay, let me just say, okay, you say 1 minute, let me not take too much of the time. But anyway, so that's how I feel, you know. So I wanted to give example of Israel, the creation of the Israel, that Jewish nation you see now, how it comes about, you know. We know how it came about and who is responsible for it. And the same people responsible for the creation of Nigeria. And they created Nigeria for their own economic benefit. And they don't want to let go, even though it's destructive, is everything inimical to humanity, but they don't want to let go because of their own personal interest. What Nigeria meant to them is their business center. Now, on the other, it's so complicated. It is complicated, though, bro. I'm telling you, the Nigerian situation, it is. If I untie it, if I unpack it, you'll be amazed. But at the end of the day, I know that we just have to keep doing what we are doing, you know, and it will happen without a doubt. It will happen. We'll be free. We will be free. But why the global communities, some are looking away, some are supporting Nigeria, it's just that, you know, Western influence led by the British, they are losing grip of some, maybe they lost grip of all their colonies except Nigeria remaining. Most of them has already gone. The India, the Pakistan, the Bangladesh, and so many other ones, you know, they've breaking loose, right? And they are doing well. But Nigeria seems to be the only one now they are still, you know, have that grip on, and they don't want to let go. You know, that's why. And now on the world stage, they are members of all the world bodies, you know, all of it, including the economic bodies, the political bodies. They are in all of it, wielding high in power. So, but Chineke is coming. It's coming. And as for me, I believe very strongly that, yeah, it's just a matter of time. If a tsunami of earthquake okay, man. So that is it. That's my take on it. That is that a global conspiracy is headed by these same people. Then we know also that, yeah, we have our own enemies within, people who try to, for whatever reason, they groom them over the many years and decades. They've been able to marshal out all these things. When you see how these our politicians doing what they are doing, it's a result of these same people. They are the strategy, they are the brain behind it. So I lay the whole thing on their doorstep, basically. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. And when you use that word, camel, passing through the eye of the needle, I remember the word of Mazen Nandekan, the last miracle on earth.
Yeah.
So when we engage in this start, some of us don't know what we are engaging. Some of us think it's a child's play. It's not a child's play. That is why we must do extraordinary things in all steps. In any position you are, in any place where you are supported, in anything you are doing, you must go extra miles. That is what will help us to succeed. Our beloved brother Greg, if you're there, take on the same question. What do you think global powers, why do you think global powers continue to support Nigeria despite the killing in Biafra land? Bro, Greg, are you there?
Okay. Well, it has many, I can say many factors contribute. You know, any country that have resources, every eyes and eyes of the whole world is in that place. And why the whole thing in Biafra land is, when you come in the whole world, Biafra is a very strategic place in the whole world. One, British being the colony of Nigeria, they have every secret about Biafra, about the Igbo people. And they never wanted the Igbo people. Remember when they start shifting their power to the north, most of all these resources have not been noticed to this level before they started moving their powers to the north. And when you ask yourself, why did they come and cut the Cameroonians, the English Cameroonians, and put them to the other side, and then went to Adamawa and bring that side to Nigeria? You should ask yourself that question. The British knew 100% that they want that place to remain dark, that side to remain dark, outside the resources, because they know the secret of what that place is all about. I'm telling you the truth. Now, when you come to Biafra land, then you check now the kind of resources now that are in that place. Let me use when you come to the Igbo land today, if they I have a friend, he's a very young man, he's not up to 40 years. He's from Anambra. The guy is a billionaire. Then when he came visit Germany, he came to my place, we were discussing. He based in the north. He told me, Greg, he is not against the division of Nigeria, that he support it, but it will be hard. I said, why? He said, go and count all the people who are very billionaire in Igbo land. They all made their money in the north. If you count Anambra, if you count strong billionaires in the Anambra state, they made their money in the north. Then I asked him, what do you think? That he said the Northerners are not much interested in that, in much in riches. They're much interested is in that power. They can never relinquish power. They love power. They will allow you everything you want to do, but power. And that is why most of our people, when they get there, they allow you to make any amount, the money. So, what am I trying to say? Remember, let me use somebody that everybody knows, somebody like Ateza. You should know that somebody like Ateza have contact in White House, America. Somebody like Ateza have contact in the Finland government. Somebody like Ateza have contact in German government. Somebody like Ateza have contact in British government. And these many Igbo billionaires, the same thing, they have all those contacts. And in every embassy, every ambassador that came to Nigeria, all of them knew these people. So why are we having problem? So, you know, most of the time our people don't go beyond what they think and what our problems are. These people you see that are billionaires in Igbo land are, let me give 50% of the problem of Biafra not coming fast as we want it. You might not believe it, but it's 100% true. So now, all this contact they have and all their monies in everywhere, and the audience they contact, they will not want those things anything to happen to it. Use someone like Peter Obi. Peter Obi having $15 million, outside Nigeria, do you think he will do anything that will warrant those monies to be anything to happen to it? It's impossible. He will always tell you, I don't want problem. He don't want problem because he is committed. And that is how all of them are committed. I'm just telling you the fact. So, now, when you come in Nigeria today, the richest Lebanon man today is living in Nigeria. He made his money in Nigeria. The richest Lebanon person. Lebanon is like Nigeria. Lebanon is where you have, if Lebanon is 20 million people, 15 million Lebanese are living outside Nigeria because of war and all those problems. And the majority of them that are rich have root in Nigeria. They have ground in Nigeria. When you ask how did Abacha and Buhari corrupt, they corrupt because of their friendship with Lebanese people. So, the global conspiracy is against the Igbo people because those our Igbo billionaires that made money, their hands are tight, my brother. Very, very tight. So, look at what Trump is doing. Do you think that Trump will wake up and say, I want to say weapon to Nigeria? No. Is somebody who is doing that lobby, and majority of them are all these billionaires and all these people who made their money in Nigeria, and majority of their money is in America, and their contact is in all over the British, America, Australia, all those places. So they can always make one or two politicians anyone when they get their contact in the West. They sponsor them, and when they get into power, they are ready to make sure that whatever these people tell them, because they are the people who are in position. Trump not have anything in Nigeria, have not gotten any Nigerian friend like what do you call him? Bigot always fly to Nigeria. Trump made his money in America, and he doesn't have all those foreign friends. But some people who are very close to Trump, who can know how to bend him, will bend him to do those things, and those people have contact in Nigeria. And those people have contact with all these billionaires you see, especially in Igbo land. So, the global conspiracies against Nigeria, one is the British, two is the one our billionaires are helping to do, because none of them want freedom to come. No, they don't want Biafra, but they knew that if Biafra come, do you think if they separate to do the what today, somebody like Tinubu will come to Lagos and rule? It's impossible. They know what is the best Yoruba man who will make things to happen. And you see those people, they start appearing. But because of all those things, those persons like Tinubu have blocked all those corners that freedom will come to the Yorubas. It will not come because they know once that freedom comes, persons like Tinubu will be irrelevant. These are the problem, not only the Western people, not only the President of Finland that is holding Simon Ekpa, no. The contact of the Igbo billionaires their hands are in those places because of oil and gas. I'm just telling you the truth. So that is the problem we are having. So the global conspiracies with the British connection and the billionaires we have in the Igbo land, they are the second problem that make those global conspiracies to be working. So someone like Soludo will not be afraid to talk to Ateze in anything in Anambra State. If he try it under 1 month, he will go. That is the fact. He make up for them. So that is what you see that is happening. So global conspiracies is there because those people who will stand up and say we want to go, they are committed with those global conspiracies. As long as they are flying a private jet and doing all those things with them, it doesn't do what? It doesn't matter. So that is why this freedom, if is the common man that's supposed to understand what is going, is when he move front, they will give him one small change. He will see him, he will start misbehaving and start doing what he's not supposed to. Forgot that he must break this global people. If you don't break them, forget it. It's only when they see that it is too hot for them that they don't have alternative. Because no matter what, atheists, they cannot go in America today and join that in his money. It's not impossible. Nobody will worship him in America. He can only live in Nigeria when he's going. They give him 300 or 400 army and police. He will come and move to any area he wants to go. If any fly go there, they will kill that fly and nobody will talk. That is where he will enjoy that money. And that is why he will want those kind of things to continue happen in Biafra land. So it's not just only international global conspiracies. Those global conspiracies are succeeding because of those our people. So those blessings that God give us, number one, those resources, and those are people who are rich, who are working with those globalists in Nigeria and in the Western world are the ones that is causing most of what we are suffering today. That is what our people must understand. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother Greg. I appreciate you. You have said it all. The greediness of our politicians and those that call themselves elite is helping the enemies to push their agenda. And it is part of the reasons why Nigeria continue to get their businesses and transactions done, even in the face of all the atrocities against Biafrans. So we go to our beloved sister Ojugo, the same question. Why do you think global powers continue to support Nigeria despite the killings in Biafra land? That is obvious. Why?
Oh, but my brother Greg has answered the question 100%. 100%. The resources and those rich men and women in our land that have connections, that have their money stored in different countries. They are protecting their own interests, not interests of others. So is it that they don't know what is going on in Biafra? They know. But the selfishness of human being will not let them fight for others, but just them and their family. Because if you check all of them, anywhere they want to travel, they can travel. Their children can travel. Their family can have as much goodies as possible. So, you could see Kosega Mahia Taraf, Mafufoya Tara, where not born. So they don't care. They use that to summarize whatever they're doing. But the point is, the one thing they forget is you have a choice. Allow millions that want that Biafra. Let them be. If you don't want to come, that's fine. You can stay wherever you keep your money. If Nigeria has made they are just neighbors. You can use car to travel. Now our people travel to Ghana. They use car to go to Ghana. Cameroon, Burkina Faso. So, Togo. So, is it from Biafra to Nigeria that you cannot travel. You can. And they will welcome you. They know that you're not fighting. You did not approve Biafra. But to use your contact, to disrupt what we are doing, that's what is making us upset. It's not your money. It's not how you make your money. No. If you want to come home, you come. If you don't want to, that's fine and good. But allow those that are being suppressed to breed. If you watch all these people that my brother mentioned, all these rich men, how many of them live in abroad? They just travel and come back.
What do they do abroad? Their money is in Nigeria. That's where they enjoy,
yes.
become king. Nobody worship them abroad.
Let them come and live in this America like me. Let them come.
For we nobody worship them then.
Oh, if you come, who are you? If you come to my house now, I will show you the fridge, show you food. It's for you. Me, I go work.
Yourself.
You take care of yourself. Ije na sink kwa aka gị kpọcha ije rie nri.
Ọfụma.
Ụtụtụ m saa ahụ gaa ọrụ. I will show you everything in the fridge. Ngwa ka ọ dịara to take care of yourself. But can they live that life? Then they come here, they live it a week, 2 weeks, they run away because they want to go where? Ijama, America, bring me this. Driver. So our problem with the rich is mind your lane and allow us millions that want this Biafra. Do not use your contacts to disrupt what we're doing. That's where we'll have a problem with you. But if you mind your lane and want to enjoy your Nigeria, good and fine. Enjoy it. Enjoy your money. But let us go. Please. And with that being said, we are Biafrans. And we will die as Biafrans.
Definitely.
It can never be wiped away. Even you, the rich man, wherever you are, in the north, in the south, wherever you are, you will be associated that you're from the southeast. It's written all over you. As you're doing that, they're watching you. Any step outside where they lined you up, they will tell you where you're coming from. And so that summarizes my talk by saying you are in chain in Nigeria. And you are also under international chain from Britain. You think you have freedom? No. You are #1 modern slave. That's what I'm going to tell all Southeast politicians and the rich men and women who thinks that Biafra is that problem. You are in chain. Because you can never have a total freedom. Never. 2 chains grip you around you. Under the Fulani, the Northerners, and under the Britain. And you will die as a slave. Thank you, my brothers and chooks. I wish you one more happy birthday. Please have time to enjoy yourself with your family.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate you. Thank you for that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful response. We are bringing issues, and Biafrans are digesting it wherever they are. My beloved brother Christian, do you believe the world will ever acknowledge the genocide against Biafrans?
Well, Well, that is that is one of the should I say secret that the usual suspect, the British, so to speak, they will want it to just forever and ever, remain hidden and never talked about and never brought up before the world community, because they know how the part they played in it. They were complicit in it. They know, because they were the one who they mobilized other people to come in, supply arms and ammunition to massacre Biafrans. So obviously they know that when that story is told, they will not be, they will be hooked in it. And they also know that as long as we don't gain our freedom, gain Biafra, it will remain, because the Nigerian government, so the people that run Nigeria on behalf of the British, they will not want it to, come to the surface. So, but you can only hide something for so long, because Biafra is for sure, eventually it will emerge. And when that happens, it will come to light. And I believe that they will have no choice but to try to not just apologize, to make amends, but we shall see when that time comes. And but it's also important that we have to keep the history, keep the record for whenever it comes up, so that our generation to come, they will know where we're coming from, everything that has happened. That story has to be documented and kept, because I know their game plan. They don't want that genocide where maybe 3-4 million people. That is crazy, genocide. And the subsequent massacre that continues till this day as we speak, just because we are in Nigeria, because they forced us and they refused to let us go. So the genocide, it hasn't ended. It's still continuous, if you know what I mean. It's still a continuous. So that is the situation, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother. You have spoken well, and I agree with you that for us to see that it is not forgotten, we must keep the history alive.
Yeah.
Just like we're doing. We should pass the story to our children, tell it to people, and continue to speak about it. Left for these people, they want to make sure they suppress it, that it doesn't come see the light of the day. I agree with you. My beloved brother Greg, do you believe the world will ever acknowledge the genocide against Biafrans?
Mazi, I can tell you no. And the reason is this. The so-called world will not. If you remember when Clinton, there was one time Clinton, that interviewed Clinton, I think our PM made this thing, when Clinton called it one of the worst this thing in the whole world. And till now, nobody talked about it. So if a person in that position wants American president for 80 years, knew those things till today, and nobody talked about it. And the world still knew those things, nobody talked about it. It is one of the reasons why they don't even want Biafra to come. Because they knew that if Biafra independence comes today, the Biafra will ask what happened to them. And remember, there is something I was talking about last one day. Here I said, let me say in Nigeria, let me use just Nigeria. When you come to Nigeria, the Igbos are the people who have the best way to keep their record, because they have community meetings, they have village meetings, they have town meetings. So when you come to Lagos today, it will not be hard to recognize the number of people that come from your town in Lagos. They know that. And they know the figure that Igbos are presenting as the
genocide and what they lost, then those things, those records were true. Because Igbos, even though we don't have that, what do you call it, data at that time, but Igbos are people that knew the number. If you come to Lagos today, when you, under 3 days, you will get the number of the Igbos. Perfect number, at least 95% record of the number of the Igbos living in Lagos. Under 3 days, you will get it. Because when you come in any town, they have their town meeting. In that town meeting, every family is registered in that their town meeting. So when you collect the town meeting and the number of people who are living in that Lagos, they will provide it for you. So they know that those records of the genocide were true. And Nigerian government didn't want it to come out at all. Neither did the British and their supporters. So, but that is not their problem for now. Our problem is that they have caused that first genocide and they are still causing genocide to today. What we are begging the world now is not to pay us for all those things that we lost as a human, but let us be free. Let us start killing. Stop. Let that genocide stop in the Biafra land. Let us hear the word freedom for Biafra, and we will remain as a people that are free. Let God then judge them. But if you're waiting for them to do like in the Nazi time of Germany and Hitler something, to record those genocide, which the Germans and some Europeans are still paying to the Jews to today, is very high. They will not, because they know the consequence of those things. For that reason, they will not want that very genocide to be recognized. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. You have made a very great and important point. Still aligning with what brother said, Christian said. It is going to be difficult. They will not. And you elaborated by saying that this is one of the reasons they are fighting against Biafra, because once Biafra is actualized, that very genocide will come to light. And I agree with you. My beloved sister Ojugo, do you believe that the world will ever acknowledge genocide against Biafrans? My sister Ojugo, I know your time is running out. You might be on your way for preparation now for work and all that. So I think she's busy. So now we have to go. Lastly, my beloved brother Christian, if, I will not say if, now that Biafra has been declared and we are trying to consolidate, by the time we go back home, fully restored and on our land, what should be our top priority as a people of Biafra? My brother Christian, are you there? Are you there, bro Christian? Bro Christian, are you there? I think he's unmuted, but I can't hear him. Is that okay? Bro Greg, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Why is it Christian is not hearing me, or maybe he's busy?
Maybe he's busy. Let me take it because I will be soon.
Okay, take it, my brother Greg. Take it. Take it.
Yeah. The question is, what it should be our top priority if we fully restore Biafra? One, for me, everybody with individual difference or what he think. But I think the first thing that we must uphold is our constitution. The Biafra constitution must be enforced 100%. Because without enforcing that constitution, we will corrupt more than Nigeria. So the first is the constitution to be enforced. That's number one for me. The first priority, to make sure that the constitution is being taught from kindergarten to the university level. when a child is born and he starts speaking, they start telling the child what he can do and what he cannot do, what is allowed in Biafra land and what is not allowed. So they will know it. Like here, once the police go to kindergarten, teach the children what is their right and what is their not right, what is not their right. So, and in primary school, they go and teach them what is their right and what is not right, teaching them from kindergarten the constitution of their land, what they're supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do. So, these are how they start building their land. And from your kindergarten, you started knowing those things that you're not allowed to do. And they will start from there to avoid those things. And it's become law. When you offend it, you know the consequences. The one you will pay fine, you will pay the fine without any distance. So the constitution and the enforcement of it is number one. Number two is to start rebuilding our land. And using our own local engineer. Everything we want to build, we must do it on our own. Everything, construction, we must be the one to do it, not bringing foreign engineers or foreign machinery. They will make our people to be too lazy and not knowing how to do anything. So for me, these two things, to rebuild the land and to make sure that the constitution is enforced. If we can get these two things, any other thing can fall in. That is what I think. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. You have spoken well, and I agree with you. The Constitution, if we can be able to enforce our Constitution, that is enforcing the law, a lot of things will be corrected without the blinking of an eye. But if we fail on that path, just as you said, we will build something that is worse than Nigeria because of the nature of our people. We know whom we are. We know what we can do. We know how Republican we are, how we can be able to manufacture things and do this. So I think I agree with you. That constitution should be our top priority. My fellow Biafrans that are listening, you know today we are talking about the global conspiracy. And when we talk about this global conspiracy, there are people in Nigeria that are pushing it, powering it, and making sure that that conspiracy continues. More especially, some of our Yoruba people. Some of our Yoruba people. They are in the front line to push these lies, propaganda against us. And they do it with every little opportunity they have. There is one video I saw. And when I saw that video, I'm happy that the person who was responding there is also a Yoruba person. A Yoruba person was responding to that Yoruba bigot that they call Abike Dabiri. When she was making jest of the Igbo people, at every single opportunity she has, she will use it to exercise her bigotry against us. And I saw that very response given by a fellow Yoruba man. And I felt it is important we play it and listen to it. And I'm going to look for that very video and play it so that we can listen to it. These people, this group of people, these Yoruba people, some of them are the genesis of the conspiracy we are seeing today against us. They sponsor it, they support it, they push it with everything in them. And if we don't take time or respond the way we are responding now, a time will come when we cannot amount to anything in the public. We can't amount to anything. We will not amount to anything. That is why it is important we respond. Most time when we see these things, we don't have to be. We have been silent for too long. And I give example of our sister in Canada when her case came up. If not for the way we responded from all corners, we kept our differences aside, and everybody came out and spoke in a language that they will understand. That was how we were able to overcome that. Without that, it would have been a different ball game. Before you know it, they will begin to push it and they begin to work for them. That is why most of the time when we see these things, we have to talk. And that is the importance of us being online. Just you, if you're online, you see anything, don't keep silent. Don't keep silent. Voice out, begin to shout immediately and let others join you and speak. I was impressed when I saw that video and the person who was responding is a Yoruba man. So I felt I should play it. We know that it's not all of them that are involved in that nonsense. So let's hear what that Yoruba man responded to that application.
I come here today to condemn the statement of Abike Dabiri, that woman that has not been useful for any other thing, that's squandering our money over our family, over our non-nestication, stupidity things. I totally condemn a statement of tribalizing criminality among Nigerians. I totally go against the fact that she, one way or the other, indirectly referring to a particular group of tribe in Nigeria to be behind all the criminalities in Nigeria. An Igbo small girl was the best student this year in all subjects in England. We say she is a Nigerian. But when there is problem, like what you are saying about Malaysia or wherever, that the people on death row, there are 20 people are on death row, there are 20 of them are from Southeast, one of them from Edo. Your Excellency, what is wrong with your brain? Why do you have a selective memory? Is it because you don't wash your hair all the time? 52 Yoruba people are in Saudi Arabia facing death penalty.
Okay.
52 Nigerians, Yoruba people. So, last week in New York, over 14 Nigerians were rounded up. Mostly Yoruba people.
Okay.
You are trying to tribalize criminality. A criminal is a criminal. As long as you are carrying your passport, if you committed any crime, you are a Nigerian.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say that you don't want people to generalize it. Haven't you generalized it by you saying that 20 of the 21 are from Southeast, and that has been the normal routine? What is normal routine? I want 50 to 1 in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
We don't want bigots like these people in power. We don't want people who talk along with. We have Nigerians suffering, dying every day in Libya. This woman will lopolo lati lo se nkankan. The time we had problem in Sudan, this woman, this bigot of a woman, refused to carry people from Southeast, giving preferential treatment. People who are facing death, on select one. Eru Fulani. On tribalize criminality to Nigeria. Are we not Nigerians? Aren't we carrying the same passport? Èmi ò mọ̀ bí ó ṣe jẹ́ wípé bọ́n ṣe sọ pé we are so smart in Nigeria. Àwọn olófò bí eléyìí. Àwọn olófò ènìyàn. Àwọn ọ̀dàlúrú. Àwọn òfin ọ̀rọ̀ báyẹ́jẹ́. Irú yín náà fi sípò. How do you mean that that you don't want to generalize things, but most of the crime always come from one particular place? There are over 50 Yorubas that are facing death penalty in Saudi Arabia right now. Why aren't you saying a goddamn thing about it? You make me mad this morning.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this guy, he took it from my mouth because I was going to raise the issue. I saw the video and the names of all the people facing death penalty in Saudi Arabia, including the ones who goes in the name of Hajj, while they load and travel with cocaine. Not even one person is Igbo. Now, before I forget, there's something that is very dangerous in a thing like this, and that is that this Abikadabiri, you know, when somebody show you whom they are, believe them that first time, because it's truly whom they are to you. So if you think that that person is going to change or that is a mistake, no, it's not a mistake. He's showing you whom they really are, and that is how it's going to stay. Now, the worst aspect of it is that, and again, that's when you know that you've been ganged up against, you've been rigged out of the game. Because if she was Igbo, that Abike, she would have long been gone, thrown out of the job. Exactly. But the mere fact that she continue from administration to another, that is passing from different and continues, it clearly shows you that. Yeah, exactly. Ndibo, let them continue to, the ones who are being naive or mischievous or whatever it is, let them continue in their stupidity. You've been rigged out of the game. Biafra has long been rigged out. So if you don't know it, I feel sorry for you. You are following them in digging your own grave. You've been completely rigged out. The fact that no, it's not today that this woman is beating bigotry. It's not today.
You see that all the while she's doing this thing, there is no politician in Biafra that come to challenge her.
Exactly. No condemnation, nothing.
Even in their House of Assembly, they cannot even raise the motion to call her attention to this.
Exactly. Yeah. So
again and again and again, you can imagine more than 50 Yorubas in Saudi Arabia.
But she will not speak about that. She will not.
Headline.
She will not. Abike Debiru will now come to tell you that we've just carried out investigation on death roll in Saudi Arabia, that these people are from the north or that they are from the Yoruba. No, he won't do that, but he's looking for every opportunity to paint in the Igbo as the problem. You know, we saw online, bro, if you see what goes on online, you can't even imagine. You know, sometimes some Bini people, not all, but we see them online.
That is why I brought this man. The man that is speaking here is a Yoruba man.
Exactly, yeah. And you know, one very important thing to note, because I know this is how they change and twist history moving forward. Tomorrow they will say, Igbo people, they are online, they're always attacking, they're always condemning, they always... No, we are replying to you people, because for a long time we've been quiet. We've allowed it to fly for so long, but now we are debunking. We are debunking. We are just, you know, try, because enough is enough. So don't tomorrow you go and forget and say, oh, you see more people, they are doing this on the line. No, it's you people who have been doing it for ages, and now we're fed up. We have to give it back, because the crime, frankly, I'm of the opinion that crime knows no race or tribe or whatever.
No race or tribe, no.
Everywhere you go, you have good and you have bad. So, but if because of your hatred and bigotry, you want to criminalize, to make the people, so that the entire Africa, they begin to look in the world with suspicion, simply because we asked to be free, to have independence, to be free from Nigeria. Then they are ganging up, you know, because there are some, like, again, like I said, like from that Benin Aziz, you know, those who feel like they want to leave Nigeria, and if they leave Nigeria, they don't want to join them in living, quite all right, because they are free. Even if they choose to join Biafra, they will be welcome. None can have said it. But if they don't want, nobody is forcing anybody. You can have your own whatever you want to have, but don't think that because of you, we will stay with you in this entanglement, this demonic entity that is not moving anywhere. We have to go. So if you want to stay in it, fine, stay in it, but we're going. So, but because of that, some of them, they gang up, they want to criminalize, to demean, and to do hatred against the people. So that is the problem, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother Christian. I appreciate you. Our sister Ijoma is back. Welcome back, Sister Ijoma. We're almost rounding up. Go ahead and take your shot. Sister Ijoma, are you there? Our sister Ijoma, are you there? I think she's having a network problem today. She's having a network problem. She just came back and the network is still not allowing her to log in. Let's see, because we are almost closing up the program now, so that I can get busy with some other issues of the day.
Yeah, but the truth. This video you played from this Yoruba man, doing an amazing job. He's a detribalized human being, and I give him kudos to that. And it's important that this video also should be played some other time because, like I said, we have to be. That is Molon no anya if any many the deliberate effort to paint to just paint out something. We have to fight it, but we must push it back, fire for fire. So it's a good video to be played, eventually to circulate. That this woman, who probably must be a mother, so much hatred in her heart against the Igbo. I don't know what happened to. I don't know what happened to her. Is it that general hatred or she have personal aggro? You know, she has been on this not today. It's been going on a long time. So that video we have to revisit it some other time. It's good to keep.
Look at the case. The man mentioned so many cases during the time of the crisis in Sudan. Is it Sudan or where?
Yeah.
Why she was supposed to go there to help people get out of that place. She went there and she began to select. To try.
Yeah. And it's so Igbo man, and it's an Igbo man that provided the flight. You remember?
Yes.
For free.
In Dubai, she went to Dubai and began to castigate and said that it's the Igbo people that are causing problem in Dubai.
Yeah.
And somebody also came out. I will play that one tomorrow. I got another video where somebody stated the correct stand what was happening. It has something to do with Igbos.
Yeah.
But Abike Daburi came and painted it that it's the Igbo people that are creating problem in Dubai.
And the government cannot call her to orders to tell her to stop sectionalizing crime and criminality in the country because where is his name? This the one they say was going to prison, but rather they rented a house for him who is gay. Bobrisky is not Igbo man, but keep him in the future now. Before you know, they will say that it's Igbo people who has introduced this into Nigeria that is not there before. So the one who is in America, the Froster one, you know, it's not Igbo man. But, you know, so this is we're in a situation now. We have to be pushing back. We must push back on this whole thing because it's not accident. It's well planned. It's well orchestrated. They know what they are doing. It's not just accident. They really know what they are doing to make sure they destroy a people. That is what is going on. Campaign of calamity. That's what they and people like Ruben Abati, Abike Dabiru, so many others. They are at the forefront.
That is what they are doing, pushing lies against us. With any little opportunity they have, they push it.
Yeah.
And you begin to wonder what. And the most painful thing is that you took such a person, you gave her a very sensitive position that she continued to go across the whole world to make this campaign.
Exactly. Sensitive position.
Sensitive position.
Where she can
across the world now, wherever if something happens to you,
Igbo,
any place you are, and you call Nigeria embassy, they will first of all check your name. If your name has to do with the South, is Chuku something or Chuku something, you are gone.
Exactly.
They will not even ask a question. What did the person do? They will just assume that what is reported is true.
We are going to revisit this thing again, my brother. We have to continue because, like you said, her sensitive position, this is how she goes around the world painting in the Igbo black. That is painting them ugly with all sorts of things that is coming from one section of the country. This is her language. I've heard her say it, that is from one section of the country. And she have this position all over the world.
Very, very sensitive. She's going around doing this everywhere. This is how we lost one of our brother in Singapore.
Yeah.
That brother was framed up with drugs. Even that boy, do you know that even Amnesty International came for him?
Yeah.
The guy was executed. About 4 of them who were on that case.
Yeah.
They said one from Kenya, the other one from South Africa. Kenya government sent somebody to come and pull their own person out.
Yeah.
South Africa came and pulled their own person out, but Nigeria did not send anybody, no delegate. Even the day the boy was executed,
Yeah.
Amnesty International were the people that held the candle night for the boy, an innocent boy that did nothing. That was during the time of Obasanjo. That
Yeah.
boy was executed.
The level of obliviousness from the people you call the leaders.
They don't know the danger we are facing. Even those of us living abroad, they don't know the danger you're facing.
Yeah. From the so-called politicians or leaders in Igbo and whatever, that level of obliviousness makes me came to the conclusion that they are as much our enemy as the real enemy itself, because this thing has been going on for so long. And this young lady, also this Igbo lady, Lisa, she has also taken it upon herself on her YouTube platform to debunk and to really give it to them fire for fire, because it's costing us so much on the international community. You know that the Jews before they were massacred, yeah. First, a campaign of calamity was waged against them, and the whole world hated them because it's a campaign that continues slowly but surely, and they built all over the world that these people they don't deserve to live. So this is what the Yorubas they've engaged in this thing for a long time. So we cannot take it we cannot. It's not a joke. We have to take it seriously, because it can affect any one of us as Igbo that carries the name. So
of course, it can affect us, more especially those of us living abroad.
Yeah,
it can affect you in a way that you cannot even imagine. It can affect you. You wouldn't understand until when you have a problem that will warrant you to call the embassy to come and sign up something for you. Pray that your name doesn't have anything Chuku in it. Pray that your name doesn't have anything Chuku that has to do with Igbo language. If you have any case that will warrant the embassy to come and put their signature or stand for you, and you have Chuku in your name, you are gone, you are finished now. They will never respond to you. Never, ever. Every one of us must wake up. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unimaginable, and it's not a joke. The conspiracy is so much. Conspiracy against Biafrans.
You know, the problem with some of our people is that nonchalant attitude. It's not me. It doesn't affect me. You will see that something is happening. You are tribes people, the people that bears that name as you, people that speak that name as you. They are conspiring. It's happening to them, but you just so nonchalant, like you don't care attitude, whatever it is. Maybe until when it affects you. If it does, because of course, then it's just crazy. Because most of my time, I spend most of my time researching, reading and following events. It's incredible. Another one I saw last week was one woman, from her language, the way she speaks. She's from Benin, obviously. She just make a reference of a woman who lives in Nigeria, that they are engaged in drug trafficking, but that the husband is passed away, but the woman continue where the husband left off. And there's another woman again in that same of her video when he said that the woman is he's a ritualist or fetish, so that she went and be like doing juju sort of in the front of another person's shop, so that the person will not have good business or sell stuff like that. So what happened is, he mentioned the other one. He said that her name is Ifoma. That is the name of the woman whom the husband passed away. Now the other one, whom looked from the video, looks to me like he doesn't quite look Igbo though. But you know what? He did not mention the name of that one. He did not say anything about that. So I just figure out that this is one of their games. Because maybe that one who he says is doing juju, in the putting juju in somebody's shop, probably a Bini or Yoruba, whatever. But that one, so these are the tactics. These are all their game. The tactics they do. So people have to, it's unfortunate, like I said, that our people are not conscious enough about these things. And they accumulate moving forward. It's an accumulation. It gets to a point I've seen on YouTube some programs where people who are not even from Nigeria, there's one they call Lucy something, Mary Lucy. She has a YouTube. She's not a Nigerian. And there's another guy, Zach something, who has a YouTube and make reference to a particular tribe in Nigeria. So this is where you know that.
Thank you. A particular tribe make reference to Igbos. That's Zach. I was with him. I really flogged him. I gave him some platforms to come and see for himself and learn before he talk. You know, I watch him. He's saying about Africa. He's saying good things. But when he comes to us, he borrowed what the Yorubas are telling him to speak trash about us. I sent him a link. I sent him links of our media. I said, go there and learn. I am an Igbo in your platform, and you don't come here and rubbish me, because this is not who we are. That's why he came back and changed his mind. I said, oh, it's not everybody. I'm not talking about the people here. I was the one that sent that message to him, and I hope he is hearing us. Zach, be careful. Don't talk about us because you don't know about us. You are doing a good job, and I'm not satisfied when you borrow words from our enemies to use it to qualify us. You can't take that.
He was a UFC.
Go and study about the Igbos, okay?
Yeah, the Zach guy was a UFC something. He was doing sports, UFC, you know. There's a fight. So, but I think he's retired now, what about injury? So he's a YouTuber now. So this thing is a moving trend. If we don't wake up, like I said, this is how they built up hatred, worldwide hatred against the Jews. So that is it.
My sister Ijoma, please take the mic. We've been waiting for you. I think you had a network problem. We are not able to hear you. So now that we can be able to get through, you can take your shots before we round up the program.
I was on the way that time, I told you. So the network, and I can't connect because I was driving. That was what happened. So thank you for bringing me in again. We can never stop. We are watching and we are speaking. The little of us that understand the war we are into, we are not relenting. Unfortunately, even some of our fellow Igbos that thought they have come abroad, they pick things and they go and sell, and they are building one small hotel. They will even be the first to make a guess of us. They respect us in every other thing, but when it comes to their own freedom, they think we don't know what we are doing. And these are people we even advise, I tell you. But when you tell them about Biafra, they look at you like you lost your mind. In fact, one, out of the respect he has for me,
I agree with you.
He was telling me, say, hey, Ijoma, you know, it's not that I don't understand what you're saying, but I don't want to go there and they will recognize my voice, my face, and I will not do my business. I know how I suffered before I started here. I was just watching a man. I was just watching him. I didn't say anything. I leave him because it's his own opinion. You know, I just pray that we will get this and all of us will come inside and enjoy it. And that time, if we have questions for those we know their faces, we ask them. You know, that's my prayer. Now, like what you said about the name thing. Do you know when we finished school, my junior sister, the first place he worked as a secretary, it was the man, Igbo man, in Enugu State, I'm talking to you now. Then, that told my sister, her name is Agatha Akonna, okay? That told my sister to remove Akonna. Akonna was her favorite, but that's what we call her at home. To remove Akonna and put Agatha, the second name, you know, the baptismal name. And my sister asked him why. As little as my sister was, this person was about 70 then. And he told my sister that you're a very good girl. It will not give you opportunity if you ask Akonna when you are growing. Do you know, it was just last week, I and my sister discussed that thing. I said, can you imagine? Those that are supposed to fight for us were those helping the enemies. Helping the enemies to put us where the enemies want us to be. When our names has now become the barrier, and this person is well learned, his children are all abroad. He has his company in Enugu then. Well respected. The chiefs, all of them are chiefs everywhere. Chiefs of nonsense. People respected in their community for what I don't know, because their children are abroad, they are bringing big cars, they park all the cars. The communities around them are suffering. Can you imagine that? Okay, now come to what I was saying before. You are living abroad. You have your children with you. That's the only family you know.
Highest, you have one of your sister or cousin. The whole family can never be here. It's not possible. The whole of your generation cannot be here. From your mother's house side and from your father's, it's impossible. It's not done. Even if your name is Europe, it can't happen. Then, what do you think? Those children that you raise in Europe, you think they are going to go back? It's a big no. Go back to where? Where they don't even visit. Where they visit, some of them visited it when they are 20 years. Some of them visited our place when they are 19. Some visited when they started.
And the experience again they have when they visit, you know how the experience
Excuse me. Yes, the experience, the data environment, the nonsense, and you think they will go back there? That then when the thing was even okay, at least for security, they can go and somebody say, welcome. Imagine now. And we are calling you to come and build for your children and these children, because these ones are not going to. What I want to let you people know is that you have lost your generation. That is the truth of this matter we are talking about here. Everyone that has built their family, their children abroad, they are growing here, they school here. Count yourself somebody that have lost generation. It's not a cause, it's true. It's a reality of life, because they cannot leave this and go there where they know how they do things. Everything is here. It is only if you get this Biafra and they go there and see that things are systematically okay here also, they will not wait to stay here, because there is nothing here. You see them going there to enjoy, to put their intellectuals to fetch them something. Biafra is a very beautiful country, and the dream for this United States of Biafra is a top-notch dream. Why don't you bring that your money for the sake of your own children to build this wonderful dream where your children will put their 2 feet on the ground, hit their chest and say, this is my nation? Because the unfortunate thing that we are mixing up is that no matter the passport you are holding, you are still a visitor. You can never be an indigent. It is not possible. You can deceive yourself as long as you want. When that day comes, if they help you and they respect you too much, they may give you a date to leave. They will give you a date to leave. And if nature also wants to help you, when we get this nation, as your own continent, Africa, is rising, nobody will tell you to go. Where are you going to fall back to? Which face will you go with? Because we will recognize you people. Our children that is listening what is happening, they will talk about you people. History will speak about you. On what side? The positive side or the negative side? You have all that, your million you don't want to touch, or you want, but when in Nigeria call anything, you go there and you deposit everything. I know you can get it from Nigeria because it's your money, and deposit it here. Nobody will know. There are many ways of paying. There are many ways of doing transaction. So if you don't give to United States of Biafra, you are only doing yourself. And let me use this opportunity to thank somebody that gave us anonymous 10 million last Saturday. May the Lord replenish your pockets. It has shown that it is in your mind to build a nation. Please don't stop. And anywhere that money comes, may the Lord bless it for you. May the Lord continue to grant you the heart to give, to build for those that you may not know their faces. Because for you to bring that 10 million, you are also okay in your own side. But you thought about it and you said, this is worth doing. I call many that are even bigger than you to come and do this. 10 good million naira that person brought. Even in euro, is not a small money. So we appreciate it so much. May the Chukwu Okike Obiama of Biafra land watch over you and your generation for that gesture. And many that are giving behind that we don't see their faces, giving from their heart of heart. No matter the penny they make, they give it. Some don't want you to show their face. That is people that's reason. Okay, for the fear in their heart, but they know that this is the project to embark on. They say, don't call my name. I know if you are bringing the seat, I don't care, but don't call my name. Those people are part of it. God will surely see you. God is watching everybody. And we are on a journey. And this journey is about our generation. It will be a taboo that the likes of Unyanwodos and this man I'm talking about now left us this way, and we agree to leave ourselves. And there is one thing I noticed for that generation that did this thing. Watch well all their children. It is not all well with them. Just go and watch. They may be doing well. They are with one sickness or the other, or they are not doing well. They have one negativity on attached to them. I'm telling you, no. Just go and watch them. They are not living completely okay, because nemesis is still there. You cannot overlook what you're supposed to do for the innocent. You go and you associate yourself with enemies to destroy your own generation that will cry to you for help. You deceive them and you think it will be all okay with your own children. It cannot happen. It will never happen. They may go to that school and get that job and go and watch their life. When they want to marry, they will mismarry. Even if they marry Igbos, they will mismarry. You will see their marriage going front and back. Problem. I'm telling you the truth. This thing is what I witnessed. So come and serve your nation. Come and do the greatest thing a human being will do is to leave the legacy that nobody knows you, but your name is ringing in a good note for a generation to come. That is the best legacy. But late Dr. Akunyere said, plant that tree that when you are not there, people can go under it and take a refuge as a shed. It's a big word. Are you part of those? Or are you? Some people go to holiday, common holiday. If you tell you the amount they went to spend, you are in United States just for holiday for people, for children together. This I'm telling you is not. I know from my own Imo State holiday. Some will spend like $300 and something thousand just for this summer. Just for this summer. It does not make a pinch on their body. Just for the families to gather there and enjoy and everybody go their way. How long will you do that? And you think the God of Biafra will bless you? It is not possible. God gave you money. He blessed your business. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. It's for you to bless others. And for you to bless others, not others that will come back and bless you. Like this. That may not bring back anything to you, but will give peace and save life and stop bloodshedding to the land of Biafra. That is where God is looking at. It's not giving it to the church where you will go and do buga and they will name you what you are not. You even carry costs and come out. There's a place, that's the way you spend your money. You carry costs because God will not be happy with you. You take costs instead of blessing. Give your money where you will take blessing and not costs, because it's a reality. It is true. Come and build the United States of Biafra. That is the only thing that will save us, because this conspiracy is going too high, too way far than we can imagine. Way far than we can imagine. Unfortunately, our people online also, they will leave what they will be looking and be looking for what is not looking at them. It is just heartbreaking, but thank God that there are still people like you. Moreover, let me say happy birthday to you. Today is your birthday, and here you are talking about freedom. Oh my goodness. When you're supposed to, even if you don't go out as we do here, you host yourself with your family all from the day, but no chance for that, because we know what we are looking for. May Chukwu Okike Obioma grant you your heart desire is my prayer. May Chukwu Okike Obioma bless your generation. May Chukwu Okike Obioma make your wife so happy that he will see that this work you are doing, she will see that it's not an ordinary work and there is a reward for it. Now, not after, now. She will open her mouth and say, I think this thing disturbs also, but true, it was doing. God did it. And thank you, my husband, for doing it. That is my prayer for you. Understanding will grow in your family. Blessing will go. In fact, your finance will continue to increase. Anything you touch, your hand will increase. Anything that touches your hand will increase. Your children, wherever they go, Chukwu Okike Obioma will watch over them because of what you are doing here. Even when they make mistake, the angels that guard the borders of the United States of Biafra will say, no, touch not this one, not this one, this one not touch. As many of you that are bringing your time to come here and talk and give this gospel that people don't know that is the real gospel we're supposed to hear. Chukwu Okike Obioma is watching, and there is a reward for every work. Thank you, my dear brother Choose. Thank you so much. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my wonderful sister. And that brings us to the end of the program of today. I have received my prayer, nothing else to talk about. Then I have to do the private ones I have to do. I thank you all for being part of the program. Everyone that has contributed on this program in one way or the other, I thank you all for your support. Thank you all for all your support, for all your prayers, for all your good wishes. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will bless you all the same. Every one of us will witness many, many more years in our life And the next birthday will be in Biafra land. We will all celebrate.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all. I appreciate every one of you. My beloved brother Christian, you have one more word to say before we close the curtain.
Yeah, brothers. Once again, happy birthday to you, and yeah, many more years, good health, prosperity, and for entire Biafra, every genuine Biafran working hard for the freedom of our people. May the blessing of Chukwuka be upon them. Our leaders, we pray for them. So thank you so much, my brother. And we'll see again by the grace of Chukwuka.
Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. My beloved sister, Ijoma, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your support. And if you have one more word to say, please, can you just say so that I draw the curtain? My sister Ijoma, I know you've just poured out everything. If not, then we gotta draw the curtain and then we'll close the program for the day.
Yeah, thank you. Biafrans, this is the time. From the east to the west, south and the north, come. We have a land given to us, and that land belongs to us. And that land is the United States of Biafra. And that place is where our generations belongs. And that place is waiting for us to come and build it. Come, let us go and establish what is given to us. We cannot allow our children to continue this fight. We must look back and say, we did it. We will retire, we'll go and take the cool breeze, the natural one. We will make our own laws. We will see our children gallivant and talk. This is my nation. If I want you to come, you come. That time, nobody will tell any Biafran anywhere if you decide to stay outside to rubbish your name. When they hear us, even when the whole world is saying this part, they will shape their mouth on how to say it because they know that you have a place to go. Thank you. Happy birthday, my dear brother. Thank you, Biafrans, and we continue to do what we will do. We are almost there.
Yes.
That means if you have not joined, come now and join because it's remaining very little. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister, and all the Biafran people, more especially people in the homeland. May Chukwuka guide and protect all of you. No accidental bullet will touch you. No kidnappers will meet you. You will all join, and we will raise the flag of Biafra together. May Chukwuka guide and protect you. And I present all our leaders before Chukwuka for guidance, protections, for provisions, for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I pray that Martin Simon Ekpa's case that is going to be judged on Monday, we will have a very, very positive result, and we will celebrate on Monday. Pray also that Martin Nandekano by October, he will be joining us, and no evil shall stand our way. We pray for more wisdom and understanding for our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Muzara Boese, and pray that Chukwuka will lead us to our homeland very, very soon. Thank you so much for being with me on this program. See you all next time. Happy birthday to me. Thank you. See you again. Remember that.
Bye.
Biafra.